point, I'm sure our visitors from Southend United would like to reflect on the passing of those associated with their football club during 2025. Can I please ask, on the referee's whistle, we observe a moment of silence to remember our departed friends.
There we have it. We're almost now ready for kick-off. Harrison Mail in his purple kit goes to stand in front of the South Stand. City kicking from left to right in this first half. Both teams kicking towards their respective supporters in the second 45. And we will see how we go. This should be entertaining, Ian. It's decent atmosphere.
Great atmosphere. And, you know, fair play, Southend. Travel the journey, what? We were told there's going to be 800 of them here this evening. That adds to the atmosphere, doesn't it, when you've got, like I say, class as a really a league club, Southend. They've got a league club, you know, football league following. So it's going to be a good atmosphere. Hopefully City do what they've been doing most of this season and get the points.
And the away team get the game underway, and they go long down the City right. Into touch it goes over the head of Mark Kitchen. And that will now be a throw into York City, deep inside their own half on the far side of the ground. Third, I think Kitchen will take down the line. Callum Howe stands back, ready to pick up the loose ball, bits and pieces if Southend gain possession, but they don't. Now it's knocking around on the halfway line, sent across to the right hand side. Scott Morris with the ball open over the top, gets his head to that. There's a York City defender, Callum Howe, and it's an early corner kick. He got there before Harry Cardwell. Early corner kick for the visitors. Good start from the visitors.
I've spoken about this for years. Harry Cardwell is a player I'd love to have seen at City during the years, not particularly for his goals. He does score a few, but his work rate, I'd imagine he'd be a strike partner's dream, you know, likes of Pearce or Stones, either or. Imagine him doing the hard yards for you. He's a good player, and he'll certainly put Callum Howe and Zach Johnson Kitchen under pressure this evening.
Got to be aware of Scott Morris in the air as well. He scored against City last season, didn't he, from the corner. How's the pass? Oh, comes ahead of Stones, goes back towards the back post, and it's hacked clear by York City. And then I think it's Dan Batt at the edge of the area who completes that clearance. Up to halfway City go, and Southend are going to hit it back on this left-hand side. Scott Morris tries to send it forwards. Johnson gets his head to it. Scott Morris again to this left-hand side, and City pick it up with Batty. He gives it back to Stones, back to Johnson, back to Batty on the edge of his own area. City just got to calm things down. It took them a while to get into their stride last week at Sutton United. They will not want to go a goal down here today. Now it's to Gray, just short of halfway. Gray, back again to Johnson.
This is, what an atmosphere. What an atmosphere. Maybe been missing this in recent weeks, you know, they're from the off. It's good to hear.
Johnson at the back again for York City. Goes back to his goalkeeper, Harrison Mail. Mail gives it back to the man on loan from Sunderland, now till the end of the season, of course. After that loan period was extended, partly because of the injury to Malachi Fagan-Walcott. Johnson once more to Boateng. Boateng's got the gloves on tonight. And across it goes to Kitchen on the left. Has Pearce in front of him. He moves infield. And Kitchen is going to come across this right-hand side and gives it to Johnson. Batty. Ollie. Back once more to Johnson. City having a bit of possession now at the back. At Southend, everyone back behind the ball as you would expect. City just knock it around between their defenders.
Yeah, I saw Stuart Maynard getting up there and screaming at Josh Stones to make a run in beyond. So I'm guessing maybe that's going to be a bit of a tactic this evening. Get Stones in behind. That was a good first touch from Johnson to move away from Cardwell. Gives it to Gray. Gray goes infield to Boateng in the centre circle. He's immediately tackled but manages to feed the ball across to Kitchen. City still to go out there in half, but they will do now for the first time. 3 minutes on the clock. Kitchen gets the ball stuck under his feet. So that slows the momentum down of that move, and he has to go back to halfway once more to Johnson. Johnson once more now to Batty. Batty will burst forward and then goes back once more to halfway. They're sitting deep here at Southend. Again, everyone back behind the ball. Newby gets his first touch. Kitchen. Now Howe.
The other scorelines, the majority of them actually, the leading teams dropping points here today. Late goals in lots of the games. Rochdale, the only one of the top few teams to claim all 3 points. Carlisle, they were pegged back late on, I think. So were Forest Green. So too Scunthorpe United. So an opportunity for York City to gain a bit more ground on 2 or 3 of the other teams. Of course, City go to Carlisle on Wednesday night. What a big game that's going to be for you on BBC Radio York if you can't make the trip north, as that's put into touch by Southend on halfway. And Stuart Maynard giving instructions to Jack Johnson. Not happy with something that Johnson, I think he wanted him to go a little bit longer there down the line, looking at that instruction.
And maybe quicker as well.
Johnson leaves the throw in to Gray. Gray goes back to Johnson. Johnson forward to Stones. He can hold it up on halfway and lays it off to Batty. Batty over the top for Ollie, who's burst forward. Ollie infield to Pearce. Pearce over the top now to Ollie, who's in round this round side in the penalty area. Can take on the shot. Colin and D puts it behind for a corner. It was never going in. It wasn't the greatest shot from Ollie, actually. He didn't get it on the volley. It was going wide of the post. The goalkeeper wasn't to know, and he's also gone offside.
Oh, he drifted offside, but what lovely football from York City. Just making Southend aware that that's what they can expect all night, hopefully.
Look where the linesman is to give the offside.
He wasn't there. Was that yeah, that's literally on the line. Was it Ollie that was offside, or was it the ball come back off the keeper, maybe?
Maybe. It was Stones offside.
The football was lovely, but I can't see Ollie. If Ollie was offside, it was midway through the pitch. No, he's not offside there.
Stones was.
It's the return.
When it bounces off the goalkeeper to Stones.
Yeah.
Right decision by the linesman. In touch it goes. Southend come forward.
Touched the ball. He was shielding it out for a goal kick, which I'm guessing
for corner kick. Trying to, but it came in field, didn't it? It didn't go out.
So yeah. And he's tried to. Yeah.
He's holding the other player off the ball as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he was interfering. So I think it's the right call.
Yeah.
Ollie, should he have done better, Ollie?
There's a chance. It's a half chance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good football though from Greg Ollie and Josh Stones. Good link up with Pearce.
Big up and under from the away team. Batty then picks it up and gives it to Kitchen. Bit of space for him to come forward in. The left hand side to Pearce. Is that Newby? It's Newby, isn't it, who comes in field. Johnson.
It's been a good start.
To Captain Howe, it is, yeah. Both sides going for it.
Yeah.
Kitchen once more on that left. Gives it to Newby. Newby back to Boateng. Now across to Zach Johnson. To the left hand side to Callum Howe. One of the TV cameras. Commentary once again been done remotely actually on this game. So commentary I think is coming from London on the stream. Commentary of course live here in the ground.
Where's the
LNER?
Where's the authenticity, David?
Free kick given as a foul on Joe Gray. He takes it immediately on this right hand side. Callum Howe at the back to Batty. No, he keeps hold of it and now he uses Batty. Batty will move it across this near side to Gray. Gray infield to Ollie. Gray's blocked off there by Ralph. Referee says no free kick. City go forward and it's played back to Ndeng and D. And then he's turquoise green, shall we say that is, Ian?
Yeah, I'd agree. Turquoise green.
He slices it downfield. And Stuart Maynard's already not happy with something. He's having a chat with the fourth official. And now he's trying to have a word with the referee.
He just likes to acquaint himself with the officials, doesn't he, Stuart?
Yes, he doesn't look as unhappy though as Simon Weaver sounded on Tim's commentary this afternoon. And Harrogate Town, another defeat for them. Big damaging defeat at Shrewsbury Town as well. Player sent off. Management, I think it looks like Simon Weaver may have been sent off after the final whistle as well. Tim will be getting down to the bottom of that. That interview, will find out exactly what happened. If he can do a post-match interview, of course. Maybe left to the assistant manager who was also booked after the game. Will be on BBC Sounds or on our Twitter feed at BBC York Sport. Paul Thirlwell, of course, the assistant manager. Southend win it in the York City penalty area. Gray puts the tackle in, then it goes behind off the Southend man for a York City goal kick. But they got into a little bit of a mess there, and then tidily in the end managed to win the ball back in the penalty area. I thought Joe Gray was going to dive in for a second, but he didn't. He stayed on his feet, got a good tackle in, and it goes behind for a York City goal kick. Yeah,
I think it was assisted there by Hiram Boateng actually. Boateng saw the danger because it was a little bit messy.
So 0-0. 6 minutes gone here on BBC Radio York. Ball downfield. Headed clear in the centre of the park by Miley. Now it's Coker who gets it on the right hand side. He tries sending it forward. Tackle comes in over there on Dallas, and Southend will now have the opportunity to knock it around at the back. Across to Ralph. Ralph goes back to his one of his two partners at the back. Gubbins intercepted as they try and play it forward by York City. Stones to Gray, who's burst forward. Gray gets past his man into the penalty area. Joe Gray pulled back. Has to be a free kick. No, the referee doesn't give it. Stuart Maynard again furious, and in the ear of the fourth official down here beneath us. Oh, he really is furious as well.
He should be as well, because if Gray goes down, he wins a free kick. But being honest, hasn't helped him there, and that's where football and referees have got to make their minds up. Yeah, it's a foul, ref. Yes, you're giving a bit of maybe a second's play to see if it materialises. Once it hasn't, give the free kick. Otherwise, you're going to get players diving and making and winning a foul. I hate that saying, earning and winning a foul. You don't win a foul, you get fouled, and that's a foul. But to win it, he'd have had to gone down, and that, in my book, is wrong.
City have at the back, Kitchen. Just watching a replay, but he's clearly pulled.
Oh, he's pulled. It's a free kick. The referee
by the big centre back. He's got a good view of it as well as the referee.
He's looking at it, but because Gray doesn't go down, he doesn't give the free kick, and that is just so wrong, referee, I'm afraid. And it's not just this referee, it's up and down the country, and that's why footballers, they go down like they've been hit by a sack of bricks.
Sack of bricks?
I have no idea where that come from.
Sack of spuds.
Sack of spuds, though.
Johnson into midfield to Ollie. Ollie.
Yes, I'm angry.
Anything else
David?
You could put in
I'm
a sack?
Angry.
Sack of presents. No, it doesn't work, though, does it?
No. Something heavy.
Something heavy.
Yeah.
Kitchen. He comes forward, across the centre of the pitch, goes back to Batty. Moving it across this right-hand side. Dan Batty, no one stopped him. Now he'll put a cross in. Can't beat the first man. It's put into touch for a York City throw in the edge of the penalty area on this right-hand side. Taken immediately by Gray. Back to Batty. He'll go back to halfway. 0-0. BBC Radio York on this Saturday afternoon. 81333 on the text message. Start your message with the word York. 08000 321 333 on WhatsApp. Again, start your message with the word York at BBC York Sport. Also to bring your reaction to Scarborough Athletics' defeat at Fylde today at BBC York Sport when we get it from the Scarborough Athletic manager Jonathan Greening. That's put into touch for a York City throw in on halfway by Greg Ollie. Gray stands in front of Kerry Mann, gets the ball back, and it goes back to Zach Johnson. Callum Howe back once more to Johnson, then back to Callum Howe. Boateng drops deep to pick it up, sends a nice ball out to the left hand side. Down the line it goes from Pearce.
Pearce is playing left back there.
Newby, he swapped places with Alex Newby. Newby to Ollie in the edge of the area, bit of space, back to Newby on the left hand side, tries to put a cross in, it's blocked, deflects back out to the far side, and I think Newby's going to let it go into touch. He does for York City throw in.
We have the air of confidence, don't we, as a team? I feel confident watching this team in that, yes, they're not going to win every match.
You can tell they've been really well coached.
Yeah.
The interchanges.
Yeah.
And you say Pearce there was at the back, and Ollie's basically just swapped positions.
Yeah, and I've noticed the passing at times that they don't even need to look where the teammates are. They have a general idea of where the teammate's going to be, and they're always helping each other out. If someone's on the ball and looks in trouble, there's always someone available for the pass. And that's real hallmark of a good team.
Johnson to Gray on this right hand side. Gray will come in field, then tries to thread it through to Ollie. Can't get there. Ollie's done brilliantly well though to nick it back to the defender who didn't see him coming. Then a sloppy pass, and he gives away possession. Now the away team will come forward in the centre of the field. Parallon across to the right hand side. Scott Morris. Now they have it at the back once more. Taylor bypasses Gubbins to give it to Ralph. Ralph to Boys. Back it goes once more into the centre of the Southend half. Gibbons once more. Now across the far side to Taylor again. And Scott Morris dinks it into midfield. He's dropped deep here as Dallas. No one's tracked him though, and now it's a nice ball to this left hand side to Boys. Boys is going to run at the York City defence just outside the edge of the area, up towards the edge of the box. Shot comes in, hits the bar. May have got his fingertips to it, but City were cut wide open there on this left hand side. No one then tracked the runners in the middle. The shot came in from the edge of the box, and I think Mayle may have made a brilliant save to tip that onto the bar, and then it rebounds back out over his head into the penalty area, and thankfully it's the red shirt that gets there first.
I think that's an amazing save. I think it's instinctive, reactive. I'm almost certain Mayle touched it. If not, I mean, it's great football from Southend, but if Mail did touch that, that is an absolute belter of a save. Wow.
We'll watch it on the stream.
Either way, it was close.
Up.
And City were opened up.
Big gap on that left-hand side. Gray was pretty narrow.
Yeah.
To the edge of the area. Then, it's a brilliant save.
It's a brilliant save. Oh.
It was Chambers Parallon who just really a toe poke from just outside the area, right in the centre of goal. Yeah. Mail does get the slightest touch on it, but it's enough to get it onto the bar. He was
going with such pace, wasn't it, that it just needed the touch to get it away from the net. Early warnings for York City there, because it was Southend. They're a good football inside, and they did cut us open there.
But still goalless. On the right-hand side, Scott Morris once more, and halfway goes back to Taylor. And he goes back to Ndendi, who's on the edge of his penalty area. He lays it off to Gubbins. Gubbins to Boys. They go for the return ball down the line. Cardwell is going to run after it. Cardwell gets there first, trying to win the free kick there. Nothing's on that, and he goes behind, though, for a corner kick to Southend United, their second of this game.
Yeah, we're in for a cracker here. This is both sides having a real go at each other. Southend, haven't come to defend and soak up York City's attacks. They've come to have a go, which means it'll be a good, entertaining match.
Gary Elphick's out here giving instructions.
Yeah, there's a little bit of worry about this corner here. They're screaming instructions at the defenders to pick the man, mark the space.
So Boys is over at the former Sheffield United Academy man. Raises his right arm, it's going to be an outswinger. And he goes short to Parallon, edge of the area, no one picked him up, he puts the cross in, flicks off a York City head in the centre of the penalty area, Stones I think it was, and it's going to be allowed to go out for another corner kick, far side of the ground by Scott Morris.
Yeah, bit of pressure here for York City to soak up.
Be another outswinger that he's thinking about taking, but no, he's going to end up leaving it for Ollie Coker. So Coker, been at Southend all his career, is about to take this one. This will be another outswinger. But for this one, they're putting a lot more men in that 6-yard box, trying to box Harrison Mail in a little bit, I think. And it comes now to the edge of that 6-yard box. They win the first header as well, the Southend at far side. Then there's some pulling of the shirt in the centre of the penalty area. Ollie wins the free kick. I think he was being held there by Gubbins. The referee spotted it, and York City get the decision.
Yep.
0-0.
Greg Ollie making absolutely certain the referee could only give the free kick there by going down. Thankfully, it worked.
Batty in the edge of his penalty area. City try and play out from the back once more. A little drag back. Gets a few wolf whistles. There's a
little pirouette there, wasn't
Batty,
it?
Yeah, a little pirouette in there as well. City move it across to the left-hand side to Kitchen. Now it's Callum Howe. No pressure on him, so we're back at walking pace at the back for City. And Howe gives it into midfield to Boateng. That's a nice touch, and he turns, gives it to Pearce. Kitchen. Long diagonal crossfield ball from him to try and find Gray. Ralph gets his head to it though and manages to keep it in field. Chambers Parallon will run forward. Gives it to Ralph, who's overlapping on the left-hand side. Ralph then plays it down the line back again to Parallon. Parallon held up by Dan Batty, but he's skipped past Dan Batty and get the cross in, and Batty again has to dive in and put it behind for a fourth corner kick to Southend United.
Yep, they're certainly applying the pressure, Southend, and they're causing City some problems here. And you can see the bench are all off there. Gary Elphick up on his feet, screaming at his defenders. You can probably hear him.
Boys pulls up his socks, raises that right arm again. Yorkie, just 5 or 6 yards away from him, raises his right arm as well and then waves at him. Boys puts it in, and they won the header, and Scott Morris cut directed towards goal. The referee has a long think about it and decides in the end that it's a goal kick. He didn't have a clue.
Southend think it was a corner.
Well, they would, and York City would think it's a goal kick, but the referee guessed. He waited 3 or 4 seconds, didn't he?
Yeah.
A complete guess. So whether he's got it right, I'm not 100% sure. I'll try and have a look in a second, but he's given York City the goal kick. Safety first from the referee.
Jeff King getting up for a warm-up, getting a nice round of applause from the fans there, him and Alex Hunt. Oh no, Jeff, what's going through Jeff King's mind right now? You know,
it'll be mixed emotions, won't it? Because he'll be pleased to be back if he can play.
But he wants to play. He wants to play football.
Because let's be honest, this is completely different to playing at Boreham Wood in front of 1,000 people every week.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing here, this is where you want to be. But if you're not going to be playing here, you'll play in front of 1,000 people at Boreham Wood who are doing well. But yeah.
Now both managers are having a word with the fourth official. Not happy with the York City getting the throw on halfway. I'm not sure what Maynard wasn't happy with there, but Kevin Mars not happy with the decision going York City's way, but it was only a throw in. And then there's a foul. There's a little clip on the back of Greg. Oh, that one looks soft. And again, the Southend United boss not too thrilled with the decision. 0-0 it remains. 18 minutes gone.
Yeah, I think Greg Howley got clipped there.
And the referee's coming across now. Who's he going to talk to?
Mayer.
Yeah, the Southend manager just waves his hand sort of across his body to say no more lip. He's done well, this ref. He's got both benches unhappy with him after 19 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, look at Ollie Pearce down. Oh. Just looking at the Batty's free kick here.
So Batty, right hand side, just inside the Southend half. He drills it forward. Cross field it goes. Pearce wins the header and his body's on the floor, so the decision gets given. Free kick to Southend United.
I feel he was maybe always going to give that after that little altercation with Kevin Marr. Even it up. I didn't see too much there, but there's no argument from City players.
Stones goes and pulls the Southend man to his feet. And the decision is made. Everyone starts to trek back. So yeah, City at Carlisle Wednesday evening, remember, not Tuesday this week for York City. And then back here for a rare 3 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday afternoon next week.
It seems weird, doesn't it? This season, 3 o'clock kickoffs at home and few and far between. Seems that way.
It does seem that way. Well, it's because it is. There have been few and far between in the first half of the season. Gray turns, does well, gives it to Batty on this right hand side. He goes over halfway, then has to stop the play. Back to Gray it goes. Gray now to Johnson. Cardwell in his bright orange boots and the ponytail, very short ponytail. Tries to close him down and then just drops back in behind the ball. Batty, Howe, Johnson, Batty, Johnson, back it goes to Mail. Mail dinks it out to the left hand side. That's a nice bit of distribution from Harrison Mail to find Kitchen, but Kitchen not on the same wavelength as everyone else there and just gifts it over possession back to the team in black on that right hand side. Miley Stones does brilliantly. Miley never saw him coming there, didn't get a call. Stones wins it back then for York City and he holds it up well as well over that far side before giving it back to Mark Kitchen. Well played, Josh Stones.
Great play, Josh Stones, working his heart out for the team again. Does it every week, doesn't he? You come to expect it now, but what a helping hand that is when your striker drops deep and wins the ball off the attacking midfielder of the opposition.
Mel on the edge of his D, ball at his feet, everyone stands still. Gives it to Johnson on the right hand side. Johnson goes back to his goalkeeper. And again, he has the ball at his feet, 7 or 8 yards outside his penalty area, and then decides to go long. Does Harrison Mail. That's straight onto the head of Nathan Ralph. He flicks it forward, picked up though by Boateng on halfway. Back to Johnson. To Howe. Howe comes forward and gives it to Johnson once more. He plays it into midfield in a tight spot. Ollie just lays it off back to Boateng, who gets there before Dallas. Now it's Kitchen who has it on the left. Back in field to Boateng. In the centre circle, he gives it to Batty. Now to Boateng once more. Boateng over the top, looking for Kitchen, but I think he's asked an awful lot there of Mark Kitchen. He has, and it goes all the way through to the Southend United. I never said number 1, but Ndeng D has number 30 on his back. He gifts it on the right hand side, and they play it long downfield to Southend. Dallas will pick it up on the right. Gets there before Boateng. Tackle then comes in on him from Newby. And it goes into touch for a Southend United throw halfway inside that York City half. 0-0. Southend United hitting the bar in the early stages. It's a great save from Harrison Mail. And Greg Ollie played in down the right, inside right. Potentially could have done slightly better when he hit the volley. He was going wide of goal anyway at Ndeng D.
It's been an entertaining 0-0, hasn't it?
Long throw about to come in. Southend taking their time to send everybody forward. Scott Morris about to send it into the box. And it comes now onto the head of Mark Kitchen, who heads well clear. Ndeng D halfway inside his own half here, loitering in case City do get a break and it can be sweeper keeper. That's nodded forward and will go all the way through to Harrison Mail. Mixed fortunes here for Scott Morris. He scored here a few years ago. Also been sent off and playing for Southend United here. Scored against City down at Roots Hall as well last season. So he's usually involved in whatever's going on at either end of the field.
There's a few recognisable names there, isn't there? They've sort of been here for a while.
There's 7 or 8 players that have been here throughout the last 4 or 5 years, and every time we play City, they're always there. And they always line up in this 3-5-2 formation. No excuses for being caught out when you play Southend United. They nod it forward. Ralph Batty gets his toe to it but can't keep hold of the ball. The away team have it. And they feed it across to Taylor. Taylor to the right hand side to Scott Morris. Scott Morris, almost intercepted by Stones. Just got enough on that, otherwise Stones just threw on goal.
A collective ooh there, wasn't there? Everybody thought he dropped a clanger.
Just couldn't stretch Josh Stones. Batty tries to win it back for York City directly in front of us here. So about 15 yards over halfway. And he goes into touch for a throw-in. Should also mention York Knights. They were lost 24-4, I think it was, in their opening pre-season friendly today. 22-4, I'm being told, away at Huddersfield.
Good team, Huddersfield, I think.
They're your team in rugby league, are they, Ian?
Possibly.
Ralph Parallon. Hopefully that's not a sign of there are things to come with the Knights, who you imagine will struggle up in Super League, but you never know. Across it goes to Scott Morris on the right hand side. He'll be able to follow, of course, every minute of every game of the Knights season here on BBC Radio York. Parallon to this left hand side once more for Boys at the edge of the area. Boys now puts the cross in. It's a deep one. It's too deep, I think. Just let it go, boys. Will Dallas get there first, the far side? He will, by the corner flag. And he manages to whip a cross in. Howe gets his foot to it and clears into touch for a throw-in. They look dangerous when they come forward to Southend United. And it's all coming down this left-hand side behind Joe Gray. Yeah,
they do look dangerous. They're a good team. I think you just mentioned there, David, about so many players that have stayed here and played here for a while. They know exactly how Kevin Mayer wants them to play.
I see this evolving sooner or later, that Gray ends up playing in that more advanced role where he'd like to play, in the role that Greg Ollie is playing in today.
Potentially.
And Jeff King playing as that left wing back.
Could Jeff King play left wing back?
That's why City see him playing. That's why he's been playing at Boreham Wood. Shot comes in, a goal. Mail has to dive and save it. Tap, and he saved. Double save from Dallas. Should have scored the second time. It's another miraculous double save. That is from Harrison Mayle, who's keeping York City level in this game.
Brilliant save, Harrison Mayle. Absolutely lightning reflexes there. It had to be as well. Otherwise, it was a definite goal. Very similar to Donnarumma's today against Man United.
Yeah, and Burma.
Yeah.
Into midfield it goes, and City are going to win it back. That's 3 brilliant saves from Harrison Mayle off the back of that double save towards the end of the game last week at Sutton United. Yeah. Give him the contract.
He has kept his team in it today, that is for sure. Unbelievable saves. Wow.
That's what he'll be saying. Give me the contract.
Oh, yes. Oh, he's out of contract in the summer.
Yeah. Well, he spoke about it last week, didn't he? He wants to stay.
Well, there's not many. I don't see many better keepers in this league. He's good with his feet. Yes, listen, every keeper makes a mistake. Every keeper makes a mistake. His have been high profile, but that doesn't mean he's not an absolutely top-class goalkeeper. His footwork's brilliant. His shot-stopping is amazing. People say he doesn't come for crosses. Well, you have centre-backs for that as well. I think he's a good goalkeeper. Very good goalkeeper. And we're lucky to have him right now for York City.
City have it at the back with Batty. Still goalless. Southend really, though, should have opened the scoring by now. Kitchen to Howe. Howe will come forward and then gives it back to Johnson. So far again today we're talking about pretty much Johnson's caught there late by Cardwell. The yellow card's out straight away there for Harry Cardwell. It was a strong challenge. We've not seen Johnson try to move forward with the ball once, have we, like we would Fagan Walcott. City do lose so much with him not being there.
Yeah, they just know there's not many centre halves do that. It's
with such
unique.
Confidence.
Yeah, exactly, and an air of confidence that he's not going to get knocked off the ball. He knows he can run with it. He's a different level player, Malachi Fagan Walcott, and you can't expect other players to be able to do that, especially at this level. But there's not many around that actually do that.
Kevin Miles not up with that yellow card. That's a nailed-on yellow card. It's a really strong challenge.
Striker's challenge, I think, wasn't it? Bit late.
Both sides coming across to take on instructions. So it's like the tactical timeout now.
Yeah.
Johnson's on the floor. The the physio for York City, still hasn't come on here.
He definitely. This isn't a. Yeah, it's become a tactical timeout, but he definitely got caught. I can imagine it's.
Well, he did. He booked the player as well. We can all see it. But is Johnson having to go off? The physio's not come on. He's still just sitting down on the pitch.
So the referee's thinking he's fine. He has got up. I thought he got caught.
So will he have to come off for 30 seconds? He shouldn't have to, but the amount of time it's taken. And the physio's still standing on this near side as if he's frightened to come on because he doesn't want him to have to come off and City to have to play with 10 men for 30 seconds.
I think he genuinely got caught.
Oh, he definitely got caught.
Yeah,
and the referee thinks so as well because he booked him. He definitely did. There was no complaints.
Yeah, and these plastic boots that they wear nowadays, them studs wrapped around the top of your foot, as Malachi and I think Joe Felix, both metatarsally, top of the foot injuries. The boots don't offer them much protection, so if you get someone like Harry Cardwell, who's a big lad, wrapping his studs down the top of your foot, it's going to inflict a little bit of pain on you.
Well, the good news is he's all right, and he didn't have to come off, and play now gets back underway. 0-0 it remains, somehow. Well, we know how. Harrison Mail's the reason why it's still 0-0.
Absolutely. I mean, if man of the match was now, it's him.
Yeah. Newby. Not seeing much of him, not seeing much of Ollie Pearce. Well, we say that quite regularly about Ollie Pearce, and then he pops up with his goal. Boateng.
I think the thing is with Harrison Mail, it's been a very even game, but the best opportunities have been created by Southend in that they've made our keeper make saves. We have played really well, but we haven't actually made and D
down the line for Kitchen. Kitchen can't get there though, and it's played back to Ndeng and D. Stones almost intercepts that on the byline. Good clearance though, and he gets a good round of applause from the Southend fans there. Does the side from Essex's goalkeeper.
That was either real confidence in his goalkeeper or a little bit of panic.
From Newbies, he gives away possessions, he tries to feed it through Ivan Needle stuff to Ollie, and he can't get there. And then there's a little cash off the ball here. Gray catches the Southend man. Gray might be going into the book in a second. See caught boys on this right hand side, slow down the momentum, but Southend still have it up to the edge of the area. Now they play it down the right hand side. Cross comes in, it's a deep one, it's the middle, onto the head of Cardwell, and he can't get there this time. Mail. Cardwell with an easy nodded finish into the bottom right hand corner. That's the goal that they've been threatening. Southend United take the lead. It's York City 0, Southend United 1.
Yeah, I think City have started off this game pretty well, but you felt something was coming. Southend were creating the better opportunities, and there's that lad. I think he's a great striker, Harry Cardwell. I'm not just saying it because he scored now, I've been saying it for years. He's a threat, he's a danger. When he's not scoring goals, he's a big awkward player to play against, and Harrison Mail could do nothing about that.
Referee does really well because he played a good advantage there. He could easily have blown up.
That's
Scott Morris, nice cross in. Cardwell gets in front of.
It's a great header.
Who's that? Johnson. Johnson doesn't get off the ground. He just nicks in front of him from 4 or 5 yards. It's an easy finish for Cardwell.
He's got old man there. That's experience. Harry Cardwell using all his experience as a striker, just brushing Johnson aside. Really too strong for him. It's a great header. It's a great goal. And it's that man, Cardwell.
Yeah. Second successive season he scored here. And someone's going to make a change here.
Is it Cardwell? Did he get injured in scoring that goal?
Someone Southend has got injured here.
I think Cardwell's injured himself. Is it Cardwell?
Well, they've got plenty of attacking options on the bench.
I think Cardwell's hurt himself.
It's 21 and 18. So it is Cardwell that's coming off. You're right.
He's pulled his calf in the jump or the celebration because he ran off celebrating the goal. And he's fine at that point. I think he's pulled his calf, you know.
I think as he runs off, he's already injured. He has a little hobble just after lobbing it into the goal.
Getting off the ground, maybe. He's just pulled his calf muscle. And that's the other thing about Harry Cardwell. He gets injured, doesn't he? He does get a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
Probably why he's not moved on.
So Spasov comes on for Cardwell, like for like change, striker for striker.
I thought Spasov had tracksuit bottoms on there. He's just got these shorts go beyond his knees.
No, he's got shorts on, but he's got skins underneath, hasn't he?
No.
Are they socks? No, they're socks.
The shorts are long and the socks are high.
Yeah, maybe.
There's a song there. It's a song title, isn't it?
He can't have been doing much warming up either because he wasn't expecting to come on.
No.
Which it can be a little bit dangerous in these cold temperatures. Ball downfield from Johnson, looking for Stones, who's pulled down the edge of the area. Stones is the one that's been penalised. He thumps the ground in frustration.
I mean, they both had a hand on each other, but I'm sure Stones was just trying to stay on his feet there. And
again,
he's been pulled to the ground.
talking to the fourth official.
That's two free kicks on the edge of the box that we've been denied, I think.
Well, the first one they were definitely denied.
Yeah.
Let's have another look at this one as they take their time to get the ball back to the free kick and get the game back underway. City 0, Southend 1, 32 minutes gone.
The defender is all over Stones there. I think Stones maybe got a grab, but as strikers do, almost to stay up.
As the referee's whistle, and Deng and D is still fiddling with the ball.
Oh,
yeah, I think that's that foul to York City, that is.
Yeah, my word. The linesman's really close to it as well.
They didn't give anything, I don't think, did they?
No.
Long ball downfield, Callum Howe nods clear. Right hand side, Scott Morris plays it forward, looking for Dallas, who was involved in the goal before the cross came in from Scott Morris. Kitchen's forced back towards his goal. His dead ball line. There's a push in his back, and that's a free kick to York City. Right by the corner flag on the far side of the ground. There are the Southend United fans that you can hear behind the goal, all the way to the right hand side. So they lead by a 1-0, a thoroughly deserved lead as well.
It is deserved, but if it had been 1-0 York City, it would have been pretty much deserved. I think both teams have played well. The difference has been they've created the better chances.
But City haven't caught the goalkeeper. He's not a save to make. So the one he does make is going wide.
Yeah, that's the thing. We had a lot of the ball, we haven't created the chances as yet. Early days, hopefully. But the problem is that Southend are carrying a real threat, you know, and they've come with that threat. They aren't sitting back and enjoying the night. They've come for the points. And it is Southend fans you're hearing now.
Throw in to them on halfway then. Scott Morris will take down the line. Kitchen gets his header wrong, goes back towards his own goal, but City will pick up the loose ball with Boateng, who goes long looking for Stones. He's beaten to that in the air by Gubbins, who can watch it all the way in front of him. Stones having to run with looking over his shoulder the whole time. And now it's picked up again by Southend, up towards the edge of penalty. No one's closed him down. Parallon forced wide right, gives it to, or tries to feed it through for Dallas. It's intercepted, and City do manage to clear back into the Southend United half. Gubbins to Ndeng and D. Now across to Ralph on this left hand side. He'll play it down the line. City should have this one covered, and they do with Johnson. That's nice, really nice, to give it to Gray. Gray to Stones. City everyone back there in their own half. He lays it off to Ollie. Into midfield, goes to Boateng. City needs someone forward. Boateng is going to switch it, is he? Took a little bit too long, gives it to Pearce on the edge of the area. His first touch is good, gets it out of his feet and across to Newby. Newby's got Kitchen outside of him, crossing position. And it comes now, not well dealt with by Southend, but then they win the second ball. And they're going to clear down their right. Yeah,
Hiram Boateng had a chance there, just a little bit long. Sharper, yeah, a little bit quicker, switch the ball, City were in.
Now Boateng's been penalised for a foul. The Southend United man on the ground. In the right back position, and Deng and D will come out of his area and get ready to take. So City 0, Southend United 1. Deng and D. And taking his time over this free kick. Down the right hand side it goes long. Dallas. That's a whipped cross in, but it's over everybody. He comes across this near side. Gray can't get there. Parallon does first. He'll come in field. Still got it. Former Zlatan. That's a nice ball to pass off. Gets it back. Parallon stays on side. Tries to pull it back into the middle. Peels it. Had gone bare for a goal kick. Nothing given by the referee or the linesman. Said it's a corner kick.
Wait, did you say this Parallon's from Arsenal? It'd be easy for me to say he's standing out right now, but is it a former Arsenal used product?
Don't think so.
No, it looks like he's been schooled somewhere, because he's causing us problems. I think you mentioned down this left hand side, it's him that's causing the problems. He's making drifting runs, and when he gets
Gray
on
doesn't
the ball,
want to be back there. He's not a defender, is he?
No, and
anyway, fifth corner this first half. When it comes to the near post, Stones manages to clear with his right foot back to halfway. And they've gone all the way back to their goalkeeper of Southend. Look at the space on this near side, though, if they want to switch it, and Deng and D. And he does. High. Stones is still back out there in a right back position, and he heads that into touch for a throw in that Scott Morris will come across to take, I would have thought. No, he's going to stay on the far side. And instead it'll be Ralph that takes the throw in. Still plenty of time. City turn it around. Ralph down the line to Parallon. By the corner flag, back to goal. Gives it back to Ralph. A nice little chip ball over the top, though. Now it comes in from Boys. Headed clear by Newby. Scott Morris. Little 1-2 with Dallas. Now he sends it out to the right-hand side. To Coker. Coker then comes in field to Miley. Miley turns a full 360 and then sends it across to the other side of the ground. Down the line it goes. Into the edge of the area. Shot comes in, deflects. It's going to come all the way across goal. And Harrison Mayle is able to gather. 81333 on the text. Starting message with the word York. 800321 333 on WhatsApp. Mayle holding onto the ball for a little bit too long for some of the York City's fans liking. I want to say big happy birthday. 87th birthday it was this week to Terry Dixon. Hope you had a good day last Sunday, same day as my wife Terry. Hello as well to Paul and Karen and Thomas, who are driving around in their taxi on their way back to York. City trailing by 1-0. Better news to come, hopefully, in the next hour or so. Johnson at the back. To Gray. Gray goes back in field to Zach Johnson. Back to Howe. Boateng fills in at the back. Sabati patrolling in the centre circle. Across the left-hand side now for Mark Kitchen. Callum Howe. Boateng. He moves across this right-hand side and gives it to Johnson. Johnson to Gray down the line. Just over halfway. Down the line he then tries to find Dan Batty. Batty's not going to get there. He's flanked by Ralph, and Ralph is able to clear back up towards halfway, and he's picked out a black-shirted player as well.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Now given away at the back by Johnson.
Trouble here.
And now the break is on for Southend United. He's pulling the shirt of Parallon on this near side, off the behind the referee, so he didn't see it. Into the box it goes, offside flag then goes up against Dallas. He couldn't get it past Harrison Mayle. He kicks the water bottle away in frustration because he didn't think he should have been offside. Parallon wants a free kick, and the play brought back. So he was caught by Johnson. Johnson really, if the referee had seen it, would have got yellow.
Yeah, we've got away with that there, City. City going to have to sharpen up a little bit here. They've played half well, but we need to start creating chances, and Tessin and D in the Southend goal. Not been enough going forward just yet.
Tabati over halfway. Yeah, improvements needed in the final 4 minutes of this first half. Batty to Johnson. Johnson back once more to Batty. He'll put it crossing from a deep position all the way across the far side of the area. Unchallenged header clear. Now Kitchen falls at the edge of the area looking for the free kick. It finds its way somehow to Stones on the far side. That's not a great ball, but it's still going to be kept in play by Gray, who can dink a ball into the box. It's over here. Newby, shot comes in. Appeals for handball from York City. The referee gives nothing. York City have their first corner kick. He connected really well with that, did Alex Newby.
Brilliant ball in from Gray, and Newby caught it beautifully. Two men, I thought it was a penalty. I think it hit him splash on the head. But Newby's telling the referee he thinks it's a hand. Is it just hopeful, do you think? Must be.
Well, I thought at the time it was hopeful, but Pearce was pretty insistent, but he would be.
Yeah.
Batty is going to take this corner.
Adamant.
Have a look in a second.
Yeah.
City's first corner then. The Batty gets ready to take. Nah, here's his shoulder. And it comes now from Batty, edge of the area. Gray's free. It doesn't hit it first time. It's the second time. He's sliced it wide of goal. Should have hit the target, Alex Gray. You had time. The Southend men were rushing out to try and close him down, and then he just snatched at it.
Yeah, brilliant corner from Batty, must be said. I'm looking to look at this one though.
It's right on the shoulder. That's never a penalty.
Yeah, Joe Gray there, he opted to take a touch. You know what? I think maybe just have a lash at it first time, because the moment you take a touch, you're getting closed down, and the goal becomes a whole lot smaller.
Gentleman shouts behind. That's the second time you've had to tell the goalkeeper to get a move on. It's actually the third.
Yeah.
But he's taking his time. Now he clears. 2 minutes to go until half-time. Downfield. Over the head of Callum Howe it goes. Johnson's dragged across and does well to get something on it. Gives it to Kitchen. Southend struggling to control that, but they've somehow managed to find Scott Morris, and he gives it a big up and under down the line. Callum Howe nods clear for York City. Boateng can't get any distance on it. He'll get a second bite of the cherry, and he does. And on the stretch, Taylor just gets in front of Stones. into midfield. Johnson does well to pick it up. Now he does come forward with the ball. Johnson, can he pick out Josh Stones? He can. He's forced wide right up towards the edge of the penalty area. Needs some help in the middle. Johnson continues his run forward. Stones ignores him and goes back to Batty. Batty now to Johnson on this right hand side. Back to Batty again. He'll put a cross in first time and he'll win. Oh no, it doesn't. It's good defending actually. I thought he was going to rebound behind the goal. Optical illusion. It actually rebounds the other way. And City pick it up again on halfway with Howe. Batty. Johnson. Great, not a great ball from Johnson. That's a lot of Gray, but Batty's won it back somehow for York City on this right hand side. Batty comes in field.
Super play from Dan Batty there.
Johnson once more. He has a bit of space. Can put a cross in if he wants to, and he does. It's a decent one. It's just in front of everybody and it's going to go out for a goal kick at the back post, but it gets a round of applause from his manager Stuart Maynard and the assistant João Alves.
You can see
there's no one coming around the back.
You can see it's not his natural game, but that was a good ball in. You know, it was a good ball in, and maybe the fact that the lads know it's not his natural game, they didn't make that run at the back stick, which, you know, if they had done, taken a chance on it, it's a good ball. You could make it a very good ball.
Again, he's taken a long time over this goal kick.
Is the referee? Are we telling the ref? Are the lads telling him?
Well, I think Greg Ollie just said something to him. I imagine it's along those lines.
But they don't do anything, do they, until the 89th minute, and then they'll book him for time wasted.
Right, he clears. How? Again, it goes over his head. Oh, and he's gone down the clash of heads there.
Oh, gosh.
You worry with Callum Howe.
Did he take one in the face?
He took one in the face, so there was a little clash of heads, but he's now sitting up and he's been pulled to his feet by Dallas.
Even for him as a player, you know, you're always going to worry. You really don't want another head injury.
Would have thought there'd be more than 2 minutes for that lengthy stoppage when Batty went down. Sorry, when Cardwell went down, and then there was a York City player, Johnson, went down. The goal celebration should really be more than 2. This referee's not inspiring that much confidence in him so far.
No.
Back it goes to Mail. Mail down the centre of the ground, looking for Stones. It's over his head, one in the air, dominantly by Gubbins. And a second time across that far side, this time it's Taylor. And they clear down the line. Batty, on the stretch, plays it back to his goalkeeper. Who without, City could easily be 2 or 3 down at half-time. They're going to go in just 1 as things stand.
Harrison Mail has kept this from being... Like I said, the big chances have certainly been created by Southend.
Boateng. To Howe. Now Kitchen. Newby. Back again to Callum Howe. And he's a little bit pedestrian at the back. You can hear the groans around us. In the background, Johnson. Gray, not been involved that much. Joe Gray in an attacking sense in this game. Again, City have at the back, and the groans, the frustration, you can feel it. Johnson comes infield and again goes back to Batty. We've got less than 20 seconds to go, and again Batty goes back rather than going forward. Now he turns and picks out Gray. First time ball down the line was on. Now he gives it to Ollie. Ollie puts a cross into the box, dealt with at the near stick by Southend, and that'll be a York City throw-in if the referee allows it to be taken, because we've played the additional 2 minutes. Gray takes it back to Batty. Just get it in the box. Got to get it in the box. In it comes now into the middle. 2 Southend men go up for it. Scott Morris wins ahead at the half-time. Whistle goes. And again, Southend's manager this time having to go at the 4th official as he just turns on his heels and walks down the tunnel. Southend lead by a goal to 0 at half-time. Harry Cardwell with the goal in 31 minutes. A thoroughly deserved goal because York City haven't called Colin and Denny D into any real action in that opening 45, despite being all right with possession, Ian Dunn.
Yeah, that's the only negative really, that we haven't really tested the keeper enough to put any, under any intense pressure. Really, we've not really worried him, and that's been the problem for York City, which they're going to have to resolve at half-time, because to get back in this game, they need to score at least 1. But we should have faith in this team that they can turn it around, because we know there's goals in it. They just need to, second half, start creating more chances.
Need to create more chances, more shots on goal. York City have to improve in that second 45 if they're to get the 3 points they would desperately want. At half-time, it's York City 0, Southend United 1.
Georgie Spanswick at breakfast.
Who's cooking breakfast in the kitchen? Do you know who it is yet?
I do know who it is, and I've forgotten again.
Great!
Yeah.
It's brilliant having you working on the show. We've had a call from Simon. He says, is it Julie Andrews? Julie Andrews?
She's the lady from Sound of Music.
Well recognised.
Thank you.
Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, same person?
Victor Victoria. Yes. No. Literally.
I never put the two together. Put the two together.
No. I literally can't believe it.
Georgie Spanswick at breakfast. Weekdays from 6. Just ask your smart speaker to play BBC Radio York. Every game live and getting you closer to your club.
BBC Radio York Sport.
BBC Radio York Sport, Pete Spencer taking you through half-time here. Half-time at the LNER Community Stadium. York City 0, Southend United 1. Harry Cardwell giving the visitors the lead just after the half-hour mark. Harrison Male made 3 outstanding saves just beforehand in the first half, but couldn't keep that particular opportunity out of the back of the net. Elsewhere this afternoon, further down the footballing pyramid today, in the Northern Counties East League Premier Division, it finished. Tadcaster Albion 2, Botsford Town 1 at the Young Guns Arena. Knaresborough Town 2-0 up at just after half-time away at Parkgate. Ended up losing that one 4-2. Pickering Town 3, Rossington Main 1 at Mill Lane. In Division 1, Harrogate Railway lost 4-2 away at Doncaster City, and Selby Town 3-0 winners at home against Winterton Rangers. Elsewhere, managerless Northallerton Town 0, Kendal Town 3 in the Northern League at the Calvert Stadium. Now, it's also a big weekend for York City ladies. They travel to Chatham Town to play in the 4th round of the Women's FA Cup for the first time in their history. The team travelled down to Kent earlier today, but beforehand, I caught up with their manager, Dan Jackson.
Yeah, I think for us, it's a really proud moment to get this far in the competition and to be able to represent the city of York. Like you said there, there's not many Tier 4 teams that have come into this part of the competition and got into this round and even have the chance to get into the next round. And I think for us, when we were looking at the draw, it was a matter of, well, we really, really want a Women's Super League club so we can go and play one of the top clubs and challenge ourselves that way. But it's the next best thing is, well, actually, we can pull a Tier 4 team and progress even further and see what we can do in terms of the competition and get through to the next round.
Yeah, Chatham Town are obviously who you're facing in this next round. Obviously, it's a long away trip to go down there to sort of Kent as well. Is that potentially a factor? Are you doing anything different in terms of the preparation to allow for that?
Well, I think that's probably one of the big pluses is that we get to experience something new. So we're going down on the Saturday. We're going to treat it like any other game, but we're going to be professional about it. And I think that's the main thing, that every game that we go into, we treat it the same way. And to us, it is just another game, and we have to be professional in our approach, and that's what we've done. And we're travelling down Saturday morning, get there Saturday evening, and then we're going to do all the right things in terms of preparation before the Sunday, when we go and play on the Sunday. And again, on the Sunday, it's an earlier start than what it normally is, with an hour earlier kick-off, so we kick off at 1 o'clock on the Sunday. So everything's in motion for us to be able to go out and try and do our best to get through to that next round.
And obviously, as you mentioned, Chatham Town are your opposition and are of a similar sort of Tier 4 level to you as well. How easy or difficult has it been to, I guess, sort of scout your opposition? You will be used to be playing teams in and around the region, obviously Yorkshire and a little bit further afield. But how difficult is it trying to, I guess, get the skinny on Chatham Town as well?
Yeah, it's, I think it is quite difficult because normally, when you come up against clubs, like you've said there, normally they are teams that are up in the north. So, or you understand few people that have been at them clubs, so you can try and get footage. So what we've tried to do is, first of all, YouTube is a really good thing for us because they put all the highlights on there, so we can get a grasp of or some kind of context as to how they might play. And then it's just trying to see if we can get any footage off any other clubs, try and see what their principles are, see what they're about, what formations do they play, what weaknesses do they have, so we can try and go there and take advantage of that. So it's been quite difficult, but we've picked up a few things. We've gone out in this week in training, and we've tried to look at what are their strengths, so we can nullify them, and then look at what do we think are their weaknesses. So we've put things in place in training so we can help the players go out and try and do the best they can on that pitch.
How much have the players enjoyed this FA Cup run so far, do you think? And obviously, hoping to progress even further as they have done already. But for players that might not, especially young players, having not experienced an FA Cup run like this before in their careers, how much do you think, not just, the likes of experienced veterans like Katie Astle, but, your younger members of the Minster Bells team as well, how much is everyone enjoying this FA Cup run?
I'll be honest, I think everyone's just full of excitement for this Saturday and Sunday. It's been immense. Like the progression in terms of the players from the first round that we played, which was the third qualifying round, up to now, that they're growing as individuals and as a team, and there's a real collectiveness amongst them going into this weekend. So it's been a real positive that the players are enjoying it. They're getting used to each other. They love the atmosphere that's around the FA Cup. And that goes through, like you've mentioned there, Katie, one of the more experienced players, right down to the likes of Sophie Bentley that's just come through the under-16s, and this is her first open age season. So they all fully understand what the FA Cup's about. And I think the main thing is that we have a lot of players that are representing York that have been through York's pathway. So they've come through the youth sides and they understand what it's going to be able to go out and represent the club at this stage of the competition and from the other stages as well.
And obviously, I think maybe a thing that surprised you, and Katie spoke about this the last time we spoke, certainly after the draw for this latest round was made as well. You didn't put on a supporters coach for the Altrincham game, but you still had quite a few fans that got in the cars and came across the Pennines and still supported you on the road as well. How much have you seen the interest in the programme grow from the fan base as well? Are you starting to see more people coming down to not just FA Cup games, but sort of regular league games as well?
Yeah, so our attendances keep increasing, which is a real positive. So, that FA Cup run is culminating in people thinking about, well, actually, I really enjoyed that. So they're coming again to league games, which is a real positive. And that support is going to get us through, whether it's just this FA Cup game or whether it's future games in the league that are highly important to us as well. So to see people getting behind us and backing us is a real positive, and we can only thank them for that support. That they're coming down, especially when it was December and it's freezing cold, or previous games sort of looking down in January. So to see people backing us is a real positive, and that's what we want. As a community-based club, we're wanting to inspire the next generation, and amongst those supporters are quite a lot of young girls that are wanting to come and see us, and that's primarily what we do this for, is so that those girls have role models. They can see what the future's like, and they can see, if I want to go and play football, I've got role models to look up to. So that support has been absolutely fantastic, and we hope it can continue for the rest of the season and beyond.
That is York City's ladies manager Dan Jackson speaking to me about their FA Women's Cup fourth round tie tomorrow away at Chatham Town. We wish the York City ladies, the Minster Bells, all the best of luck in that one. It's also semi-final Saturday at the Masters Snooker in London's Alexandra Palace. This afternoon, John Higgins stunned world number one Judd Trump as he fought back from 3-0 down, turned it around. He was also 5-3 down to win 6-5 and reach his first Masters final since 2021. In the other semi-final this evening, Kyron Wilson faces China's Wu Yiza. Kyron Wilson made 3 centuries to reach the final four. He beat Neil Robertson 6-5 in a dramatic match which went to a final frame decider at Ali Pali. He now faces Wu Yiza, who is a debutant tonight. So does Kyron Wilson see himself as the favourite? He's been speaking to Jamie Broughton.
Yeah, very dangerous proposition. Very, very good player. Anybody that beats Zhao Guodong 6-0 is obviously a very good player. He's clearly enjoying his debut this year at the Masters. So, yeah, again, I'm going to have to play really well to beat him.
Do you think the fact he is a debutant, the pressure is off him a little bit? It's not a free hit, but almost he can play with a bit of freedom?
Yeah, absolutely. And, my debut, I kind of froze here, to be honest. Ding Junhui beat me quite comfortably. And, yeah, I don't really know how that feels, what he's going through. So, I've had to earn it through experience and graft in through some real tough losses and some good wins along the years. But, yeah, hopefully I'm going to put an end to that.
I mean, I know obviously he's won a ranking event for the first time this season. We know what a talented player he is, but do you see yourself as the favourite for this match?
I don't know really. I think a lot of it is on the day here, as I've said in my previous 2 matches. I think, form potentially goes out the window, because if you get the crowd on your side and you get that buzz and you start potting a few, you can take out anyone, and anybody in this tournament, top 16, is potentially good enough to wipe the floor with each other. So no, I don't really buy into that one, but as I said, I'm just going to have to play well and kind of forget about all of that.
And we know it'll be a great atmosphere, because we've seen the crowd. You get them going when you're introduced, aren't you? They're all clapping their hands and they're ready for a party, aren't they?
Yeah, I think it's so important to do it, and I think this is the perfect tournament to experiment with that. I've been waiting to have that walk on to come here, because I think I first had it at the German Masters, which was after the previous year, and I had sort of 2,000 German fans clapping along to it, and I thought this is going to be great at Ali Pali. So I've waited a year, and I'm glad that people are enjoying it.
That is Kyron Wilson speaking to the BBC's Jamie Broughton ahead of his semi-final this evening against China's debutant Wu Yize as well. Can he earn himself a place in the final of the Masters Snooker at Ali Pali against John Higgins, who earlier in the day beat the world number 1 Judd Trump by 6 frames to 5. It's BBC Radio York Sport. Pete Spencer taking you through half-time here. Second half commentary to come of York City against Southend. Currently York City 0, Southend 1 at the LNER Community Stadium. Let's just run you through the latest scores as things stand. 2 other late kickoffs, one in the Premier League, goalless between Nottingham Forest and Arsenal, and in the Championship it is Swansea City 1, Birmingham City 0. Earlier in the day as well, result in the Manchester derby going the way of Michael Carrick as caretaker manager. Manchester United 2, Man City 0, Chelsea 2, Brentford 0, Leeds 1, Fulham 0, Liverpool 1, Burnley 1, Sunderland 2, Crystal Palace 1, Tottenham 1, West Ham 2, and as I said, currently goalless between Nottingham Forest and Arsenal. Let's bring you up to date with how things finished in the National League elsewhere today. Hartlepool 1, Altrincham 0, Brackley Town 2, Yeovil 1, Braintree 0, Bournemouth 3, Eastleigh 1, Aldershot 4, FC Halifax Town 2, Boston United 1, Gateshead 0, Rochdale 2, Morecambe 2, Scunthorpe 2, Solihull Moors 3, Carlisle 3. Quite the game there between Solihull Moors and Carlisle. Carlisle are obviously York City's opponents on Wednesday night. It's a match we'll bring you full match commentary of and dedicated build-up from 7 until 7:45. Sutton 1, Forest Green 1. Forest Green down to 10 men in that one after their striker Ricardo Rees was given a red card. Sutton then pulled back a goal in the second half. Truro City 0, Tamworth 0, Wealdstone 1, Woking 0, and the late kickoff at the moment, as I mentioned, between York City and Southend is York City 0, Southend 1. I think the teams are almost ready and able to rejoin. York City players have made their way out of the tunnel, and it's time to hand you back over to your York City commentary team of David Ward and Ian Dunn.
Thank you, Pete. Yeah, the York City players back out on the pitch before the opposition. Whether they've been sent out early, I'm not sure, after manager Stuart Maynard denied that was the case last week, and it looked pretty obvious that had what happened to us. But talking to lots of the fans at half-time, Ian, they're saying City being overrun in midfield, and it was pretty poor. In fact, one supporter said he thought it was the worst home performance of the season. I'm not sure it's been that bad.
Oh no, I thought we played okay. We just didn't have a cutting edge. We didn't create nearly enough. Nothing. Yeah. Bottom line, we haven't created anything. I think in general the play's been solid, and if they do turn this round, we'll say that Harrison Mail has kept us in this match.
Quickly, would you have liked to see a change? Because lots of people are saying City should have changed at half-time as well. The suggestion was maybe Williams for Johnson, which allows then Gray to move forward for Ollie. It doesn't generally do early changes, does he? He's a bit more reactive than proactive, I think, at times, Stuart Maynard.
Yeah, and I'm not sure he's going to bring a centre-half off at half-time. Johnson hasn't had a disastrous game. He got done for the goal, but I think it'd be a wrong thing to do at half-time to pull a centre-half off. There is one suggestion that maybe Jeff King come on as a wing back, and either Ollie or Joe Gray come off.
The wing-backs are normally the changes he makes first.
Yes.
I'll quickly run through the teams because both teams are back out there now. So City unchanged. Mail, Kitchen, Howe, Johnson, Newby, Boateng, Batty, Gray, Pearce, Ollie and Stones. Southend, as they finished the half, of course, the goal scorer having to go off, Harry Cardwell, to replace by Slavy Spazov. And Ndengen in goal. Then it's Ralph Gubbins, Taylor, Boys, Scott Morris, Miley, Chambers, Parillon, Coker, Spasov and Dallas. York City now shooting towards the south stand in this second half. They need to up the ante. They trail by a goal to nil. The game is back underway. Dan Batty, he goes long down that right-hand side, and that is headed forward by Southend. Onto the head of Johnson. Stones flicks it infield. Pearce can't get on the end of it, and it's cleared by the away team into touch of the far side of the ground. So yeah, lots of disappointment at half-time. Malachi Fagan-Walcott, we can see, just coming and sitting down the stand to our right-hand side, alongside Tyree Sinclair, I think, is down there as well. Joe Felix, who's got a bit of a limp on as he makes his way up the stand, which is never a good thing to see. He also goes and sits just behind that away dugout, and Rory Watson as well is down there. I think that was I just saw. Stones chests it down to Boateng on the edge of the area. Boateng has Gray available outside him. He goes forward to the edge of the box to Ollie. He can't keep control of the ball, and it's cleared by Southend. And the Southend man's gone down off the ball here in the penalty area, and then long ball downfield. Dallas and the Spazov goes to ground. Still they've got a man down here, Southend in their own penalty area. City are playing on. Ollie's been played in down that side of the ground as well. Ollie can't get it past his man, hits him on the floor in the penalty. That's really poor from Greg Ollie. Now across to Boateng, edge of the area. Boateng shoots straight at the goalkeeper. The first shot that he's had to save of the match, and Ndengen. Ollie's really lucky there, because that was really poor from Greg Ollie to hit him on the ground, wasn't it? And he had all that time and space.
Yeah, that means you haven't got a vision of what's there. You would see there's a black body on the floor there. All black kit.
It was only about 5 yards in front of him.
Yeah, and he's hit it.
And he just absolutely nailed him in the middle of his chest. It wasn't as if he just clipped his heels or something.
It's like he knew where he wanted to put the ball, but didn't look up to see if he could realistically get it there. And very really strange.
It's fortunate that it bounced back to him.
Yeah.
And the shot comes in, and Ndengen is able to save. So who is it then that's down on the floor here at the back? Is it Gubbins or Taylor? It might be neither, actually. I think it's from the attack that City had previously, where someone is down. Scott Morris is having a word with the referee. He's not happy about something. He's getting treatment, so they'll have to go down to 10 temporarily here, will Southend. What do you think he will have said at half-time, Stuart Maynard?
I honestly think he'd be saying he sees the game very much like we do. I think
Nathan Ralph, the captain who's down.
Yeah, I think he's genuinely he's honest. I honestly think at half-time he'd have been saying to his lads, you played well, you're working hard, tighten up at the back. There's been too many times where the Southend have actually been able to create chances. I think his overriding message will be, keep doing what you're doing, but with a little bit more intensity, especially in the final third. Can we get Southend defenders turned? Can we test this goalkeeper? That has to be the aim in the second half, because we didn't do that in the first half nearly enough. So yeah, hopefully the message, whatever it was from Stuart Maynard, gets across to the players, because they all know it's got to be better if we're going to get back in this match.
I think he's got some sort of cut to his face, because he's having a bandage prepared, I think, on that far side. They're wiping away something above his eye. Now he's been told he's got to go off the field at the far side. So Ndengen will have an uncontested drop ball. He's walked all the way across the far side of his penalty area, as far away from the referee as he possibly can do, the Southend United goalkeeper.
Well, that's the other thing. Southend didn't come defensively, but at 1-0 up right now, they are going to slow the game down, and that's why we need to be intense. We need to raise the roof a little bit, and if that means getting the ball from back to front a little bit earlier as well, maybe, because at times it's been a little bit laboured, and I get that's how we play. It is how we play. And he mustn't get frustrated.
Plays back underway, and Ndengen, the ball in his hand. Sorry to interrupt. Look how tight everyone was on that far side of the ground there for the goal kick.
Yeah.
Howe clears onto the chest of Stones. He can't find a red shirt, and is cleared once more by Southend United. Stones apologises. Howe wins that header and finds Gray on the right hand side. He'll try and send it forward. Stones can't get there, and it's cleared again by the team in black. They lead by a goal to nil. And have it at the back with Taylor across to Gubbins. He plays a long ball down the line, looking for Spazov, the Bulgarian. And there's a foul as well on Spazov on that far side. It's Callum Howe that's going to be penalised, and he gets a yellow card as well, does the York City captain.
Just got turned, didn't he? Spazov. And 5 minutes in, I think City, not much has changed at the moment. I'd like to see them get the ball from back to front quicker. That'd be my my wish for this second half. I think it's got to be a little bit more pacey, a little bit more direct maybe.
So free kick just outside the penalty area, left side of the field, in front of the empty West Stand overflow. York City set up a speculative two-man wall just inside their penalty area. The referee walks right in front of them and then puts his hand up to say, don't put your hand in the air because it'll be a penalty if you do. And they probably said, yeah, we know, ref, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the advice.
Yeah.
It's like rugby league where they tell on rugby union they give instructions to the players about what they can and can't do. Surely they should know.
Yeah, they should. But
in it comes. And Ralph, he's back on the field. It's cleared by York City, didn't beat the first man. And they have it again on halfway to the away team. And Taylor plays it back to his goalkeeper, who clears first time right-footed downfield from one goalkeeper to another. City 0, Southend 1. Maynard found something funny there. We've not had too much to smile about so far this afternoon, or this evening now, I think we can say. How? A walking pace at the back. What are you walking for? Shouts the gentleman behind us.
It kind of lends into what I've been saying about the intensity. I know this is how we play, and you're not going to desert
it
that.
It just doesn't look urgent when you're trailing.
Yeah, exactly. When you lose it, it's got to look a little bit quicker, and we don't find ourselves in this position too often. But for me, there's a time just to raise it, and sometimes raising it is launching it forward
to the right hand side to Gray. Yeah, you don't just mean launching forward with a big long ball,
no.
do you? Just look a little bit more proactive. Instead of the sideways pass, try and move it into midfield.
Can you get it into midfield? Can you turn their fullbacks? I don't think we've turned their fullbacks all night.
Batty. He goes back to Howe. And again, it is standing with the ball at his feet inside his own half. Batty, back to Howe. We're the ones behind, lads. Is the call. Howe again, it's very much at walking pace. With Callum Howe on the ball. Now to Kitchen. Kitchen across to Newby. Newby down the line. Under pressure from Dallas, and Dallas gets the better. Newby's not had a good game either. Alex Newby so far today has not offered anything for York City so far. Apart from the shot that was blocked that he caught, connected really well towards the back end of the first half. I can't remember much he's done. Now City win it back. Ollie needs some help. He's got Gray outside. It's a terrible pass again from Ollie. Gray should have been so much easier. Gray did so well to get there first. Then he's caught. Yellow cards coming in for Ralph. But Ollie, it was almost a hospital pass to Gray, and Gray made something of that.
Yeah, Greg Ollie, that wasn't a good ball at all. Gray did make something of it. He made an awful ball, really bad. He's managed to win the team a free kick. It
was a simple pass from Ollie into Gray's feet, wasn't it? It was far too much overhit in front of him.
Yeah.
Simple ball. Oh, it bobbles off his foot.
It's worse. Yeah. Little things that we spot. The manager will spot that as well. I'm sure he's talking to Zhao down there, just saying we need to be a bit cuter, a bit sharper.
So this is a good position though for a free kick.
Yes.
Right hand side of the penalty area, about 12 yards away from the dead ball line. This time it's Southend that are lining up a two-man wall to try and stop the direct shot. Boateng's over it, so is Batty. Boateng may shift this to Batty and then to open up the angle a little bit and then run onto it. Let's see what happens. Batty runs over it. Boateng pretends to run over it. It's a pre-pan move. Sell the dummy. Now Batty goes back into position, trying to move that Southend defence around. It doesn't work. Boateng puts it in the back post, and Dengendy has to tip it over his bar.
Wow, that was close. I mean, I think the keeper was always favourite to save it, but he had to save it. It was going in. If not, good effort from Hiram Boateng.
Corner kick then. City's first this second half. Second of the game. Dan Batty comes across to take it. Applauds the South Stand and the East Stand, trying to get the crowd involved as much as he possibly can do. And this near side. Raises his right arm, does Dan Batty. Drills it across the penalty area. Goalkeeper started to come and then had to go back to his goal line. It flicked off ahead and goes all the way across the far side. Comes in again from Gray. It's another deep one. Stones with the header, and Dengendy by his post. He's able to save, but it's better.
Much better from York City. Much better. That's two efforts on goal.
Dengendy's saying I clattered the post and he's trying to waste more time.
I don't think he even touched the post there, and that's
saying I hit it on my shoulder.
Yeah. I mean, really? 54 minutes in?
Well, he won't be coming off because there's not got a sub-keeper on the bench.
No, there's nothing wrong with him. We know that. He knows that. Josh Stones knows that.
Referee's making a point of pointing to his watch here so everyone can see that he's holding up the play.
Yeah, if a keeper goes down and stays down, the referee doesn't really have an option, does he?
No.
I mean, as far as I could see, he just fell on the ball, didn't he? It's not really.
He may have just caught. He's saying he caught it on my shoulder. He may have done. It's hard to tell, but it's not. It shouldn't be enough to keep him down for this length of time.
Yeah. Well, the goalpost.
No, he brushes it, if anything, and now he's pulled up to his feet by the physio.
Oh my gosh! Look at the. I mean, the physio's giving him the old. Have you got concussion? And holding his neck, making sure you're okay. Are you okay? Nothing happened to him. Literally,
they've got to play along.
It's him. Absolutely embarrassing.
All right, play back underway, and he's going to clear, but that'll get the crowd involved.
Yeah, that's true.
Howe, that's a good header that he's won. Stones can't go for it because he's offside. Sent forward by Southend, and Newby gets his header wrong. Into touch it goes for a Southend throw. Scott Morris, long one, about to go into the York City penalty area. More defending for the Minster men to do. They trail by 1-0. 10.5 minutes gone in this second half. He uses his shirt to dry the ball to Scott Morris. Gets ready to launch it forward. Gets it back from the throw and dinks it down the line. And Newby's brushed off it by Scott Morris. Scott Morris gets past Batty as well. In comes the cross. Oh, flicked away at the near post. Going to fall to Southend men. Ralph! And he blasts it high into the fans behind the goal. I thought they were going to get an opportunity in the middle. It was too easy for Scott Morris on this near side.
They're a dangerous team. They're playing well as well. These are a dangerous attacking team. City have got it all on here tonight.
It's got to make changes in these wing-back positions, Ian.
Well, that's where we're getting done. You know, yeah. But by making those changes, do you become more defensive? I don't know. I don't know the message it sends out, David. But we're not doing enough from wing back.
Mail clears downfield onto the head of Miley. When across the far side, Gray wins it back. Ollie hooks it over his shoulder. Stones tries to find Pearce, who's not been involved at all so far tonight, and he gives away possession as he tries to play it forward on the turn. Southend, they've turned over the ball, and it's come forward with Chambers Parallon down the right side, gets past Batty, gets the cross in, and it's well defended at the near post by Howe. Dallas was there, ready for the shot to come in. He'll go and high-five his teammate. Southend now that are putting this York City defence under lots of pressure.
Well, I mean, they know another goal probably ends this match, the way they're playing, and they can sense a little bit of a chance for themselves.
Another Scott Morris long throw about to come in. Still, Stuart Menor doesn't look as though he's going to make a change. Ben Brooks is about to come and start warming up down this near side. Jeff King's down there, so it's Alex Hunt. In comes the throw in from Scott Morris into the 6-yard box. Howe wins that header clear. Pearce completes the clearance. Stones will get there before Ralph will he? Ralph throws himself to the ground.
Now then, choose the right option.
Ollie has runners forward of him, gives it to Stones on the right side. He has Pearce in front of him. Stones into the penalty area. Southend getting men back. He's forced wide right is Stones. Can't get the cross in. He's held on to it for too long. They've got everyone back and he's forced to the corner flag. He wins York City a corner kick.
Stones has done well there, David, but Greg Ollie, you had one of two options. You had Josh Stones on his heels, or you had Ollie Pearce sprinting past you into space. Give it.
His decision making has not been great by Ollie today.
No, Greg Ollie.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Ollie Pearce was screaming for it. I'm screaming for it. Just roll him in. I think he's made the wrong option there. You can see it on the. Oh dear. Yeah. It's a tough one. It was one of two options for me.
Boateng is now on the corners, far side of the field. Then it comes, not a great one to the near post. Well defended by Southend. Didn't beat the first man. They clear back up towards halfway in Gray. Gray down the right to Boateng. Boateng comes in field, now puts the cross in. No one jumping for the ball there apart from the Southend defender, so he can head clear easily. Can Taylor. And City forced back to halfway once more. Southend everyone back behind the ball. BBC Radio York. City trying to find an equalising goal. Coming up to the hour mark. Gray. Now it's Batty. Batty will send it forward from that right hand side into the edge of the area. Johnson doesn't get there. One header clear, free header clear. Picked up by Howe on this left hand side. He'll give it to Newby to put a cross in, right footed. And it comes now into the middle. Appeals for handball, nothing given. A bit of a scramble, and they're going to clear their lines. It wasn't handball.
No.
And it falls kindly on the far side of the ground for them to come forward, the away team, with Coker. Coker, that's a bit of an aimless ball forward though from him, and it goes through all the way to Harrison Mayle. The crowd a little bit more animated, as they would be with City on the front foot going forward. Newby. Oh, poor from Newby again. Just gives away possession as he tries to spread it out to the right-hand side for Gray. Now Southend, look at them coming forward. It's 5-on-5. Now for far side, it comes to Spasov. He can get the shot in. He does. Mail has to save it. Away to his right-hand side. It just wasn't right in the corner. Otherwise, he was beaten. But it's another good save from Harrison Mail. It's another bad decision, a bad ball from Alex Newby. Now City come forward with Pearce on this left-hand side. He'll try a cross into the box, but he can't find anyone. It goes through to Ndeng D.
No, he's tried the right thing there, Ollie Pearce. Just couldn't.
Again, we're at the hour mark, and now Maynard, I think, is going to think about making subs. He does do a lot of this, playing by numbers. It always appears at the hour mark. Now's the time to make the sub.
Yeah.
Edge of the area, shot comes in, Mail punches it away. Second one, a double save again from Harrison Mail. Should have scored. It's a bad miss the second time, but York City never closed the shot down again.
No, Harrison Mail is by a stretch our man of the match so far. I know he's given the second opportunity there, but it was a rasping shot, which he's trying to punch away. He's not done much wrong today, Harrison Mail, for me.
Boateng to Johnson. Across the right-hand side. Still we wait for the City subs. They're still all warming up. No decision yet made if they're going to change it. Great as well to get past his man. Edge of the box. Little back heel from Pearce. No one reads it. Through to the goalkeeper it goes. No. Gray stopped his run.
He's warming up though, this match.
Oh, and there's a push. Stones pushes the Ndeng D, and Ndeng D throws himself to the ground.
That's awful. That is trying to get a fellow professional, but shocking. Really is. He deserves every boo he gets from the South Stand. The play acted 3 or 4 minutes ago, and now he goes down like a sack of spuds from the merest of brushes from Josh Stones. Josh Stones shouldn't have done it, by the way.
Johnson to Gray. Who's the first back to the dugout here for York City? Alex Hunt. He'll be the first man that comes on. He's getting stripped down there, taking on instructions. So too Jeff King.
Interesting. So the wing backs are both going to come on, I think.
Who do you take off on that far side, Gray or Ollie? Because he'll come on for one of them, won't he? Probably Gray, I would have thought. But who knows?
I would maybe move Gray into where Ollie's playing.
That's what I would do. Boateng sends it forward, it's overhit. Kitchen couldn't get on the end of it, goes behind for a goal kick once more.
Yeah, Gray's got something about him. I think Greg Ollie's, we know he's a good player, but he's struggled this afternoon.
I think he'd prefer to play further forward as well, would Gray?
Gray, yeah. Well, here's a chance for them to do that, potentially. And see what he does a bit further forward.
And Ndeng D again with the goal kick. City still trailing, 62 minutes gone.
I think Brooks will obviously come on for Newby, you'd think.
If he is coming on. King and Hunt are the ones that are stripped at the minute.
It is King and Hunt, yes. Brooks has gone back in.
So Mail has it.
Morgan Williams going out now as well.
Yeah. Saw him shopping in Tesco at Clifton Moor the other day with Craig Hewitt.
Buying good food?
They'd have the yoghurt aisle, if that helps. And then they went to the meat aisle. Not that I was following around Tesco.
Yeah, you don't at all. That sound like a stalker.
Batty across to this left-hand side for Newby.
What's that?
Given away.
Yeah. Oh, trouble here.
Dallas has buzzed past Kitchen and past Ollie. He lays it off forward to Spazov on this right-hand side. In the penalty area, he can get a shot. He crosses the middle. And it's a terrible shot from Parillon. And it goes just wide of goal. Harrison Mail collides with his post. I should have done better there. Cut open again, City on this little. Batty, I think, who first gave the ball away, and then Newby didn't do himself any favours.
There was a spell there. It was 4v3 as well. And it was an absolute miss kick from the Parillon, but Harrison Mail had to make sure it was going out.
Double change for both sides about to happen here. So King and Hunt coming on for York City. Apaya Forson is going to be one of the changes for the away team, and so too is Josh Walker. City have it at the back. Kitchen, can he keep it in play? He can. It wasn't the greatest pass to him from Howe. Goes back to Callum Howe. Now to Dan Batty.
Both officials getting bullets from both camps here. Mayer and Maynard are talking.
Yeah, and now Maynard and Mayer talking to each other as well. No one's very happy down there. Goalkeeper clears and Ndeng D downfield. Howe beaten to that in the air, but it gets over both him and Spazov's head. Now it comes across to Kitchen on this near side. He can come forward over halfway. Kitchen to Newby. Kitchen's caught late there by Dallas. And it'll be a free kick to York City. City try and take it quickly, but it's from the wrong place, Newby. And the ball was
Dallas.
moving.
There, Kitchen just off balance, he's took him out.
It was. And he's going to have a word, I think, as the referee with Dallas. Here come the changes. So King comes on.
Here's Ollie. Makes sense.
It's Greg Ollie.
Yeah. Gray, is he going to push forward?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can see what we're seeing.
Punt comes on for Batty. He's lost possession a couple of times in recent times, hasn't he? As Dan Batty.
Yeah, but he's done all right. He's managed to get some balls in the box. He's done his bit just tonight. When he needs to shuffle the pack a little bit.
So Hunt and King for Batty and Ollie. They're going to wait, are they? The away team to make their changes.
Oh, Perillan's gone down now. Off the ball.
Chambers Perillan's gone down, so that will allow them to make their changes and gives the fourth official a bit of respite while he gets up more numbers on his board. Dallas standing over the ball, stopping the free kick being taken. How many times the referee having to tell him to get away? They're not going to make the changes until they've defended the free kick. Everyone lines up.
Is that what the
3 or
argument
4
was?
yards away from the half.
Do they have to wait until after the ball goes out next time?
Don't think so.
Because they were really in heated discussions with the fourth official.
Newby sends it forward. Long driven ball across the far side. Poor header from Josh Jones. Can't direct it back on target. Just needed to knock it back into the middle, and he couldn't. He got it all wrong.
Yeah, no 50p head there.
Double substitution for the Minster men. 15, Jeff King.
All right, here come the Southend supporters as Robert Havercroft gives the names of the York City changes over the public address. Right, 19 and 10. He's got that wrong. You got that wrong, fourth official. You got your numbers wrong. Oh, they're making a triple change now. Sam Austin is also coming on. He wasn't ready, and his number went up first. So here we go. We've got to rethink. So it's 9-11. So it's Walker for Dallas. Which is a like-for-like change. Austin comes on for Parillon. And a Apaya Forson. Is that Cav Miley that's coming off? No, it's Ollie Coker, I think. Yeah, it's Ollie Coker. So all of their 4 of their forward-thinking players have been changed in this game for the visitors.
For Southend United with a 10, Sam Austin replacing 19, Leon Parrell.
Should be loads of injury time at the end of this game.
Yeah.
11, Josh Walker.
We might need it.
9, Andrew Dallas. And fourth substitution.
Deng and D clears.
22, Keenan Apaya.
Howe wins that header. Gray, who's now playing in a more advanced position, tries to feed Jeff King on the far side. King wins York City a throw-in just inside the Southend United half of the field. And he takes it back to Hunt. Hunt is blocked as he tries to lay it off, but York City have another throw-in. Halfway point then of this second half. City still trailing by a goal to nil. It's improved slightly in this second period. With Deng and D being called into action on a couple of occasions, but nothing really that you would have expected him to have been beaten from.
No. But better for City compared to the first half.
Definitely. Howe at the back to Hunt, who moves it across this near side and gives it to Kitchen. Kitchen to Newby. Newby will come in field. Gives it to Johnson. Across the far side to King. King down the line to Pearce. First time tries to find Johnson, intercepted. Johnson had carried his one forward there. Now he's caught out of position. It's 2-on-2. The Southend come forward on that far side. City getting men back. Scott Morris pushing forward on this right side. Raises his arm. He wants the ball. It's been played further across there down that far side for Boys. Now they've gone back to Miley in the centre of midfield. Boys once more plays it down the line to Austin, who's just come on, the former Notts County and Kidderminster man. Cross comes in from Boys to the back post, headed clear by City and then hacked further clear by Ollie Pearce. Lumped forward by Gubbins into the penalty area. City haven't dealt with it. Walker does well to start with, and then Callum Howe managed to get in front of him. Walker's got to it at the back in front of Johnson. Takes on the shot, blocked by Howe. What was Johnson doing?
Yeah, that was poor. That was poor.
Forward, City come with Newby. Pearce is going to be brushed off the ball. He does really well there, Ollie Pearce, to give it to Boateng. Back to Newby on this left. He's got a bit of space to run forward for the first time in what seems like this game. Now he's held up by Scott Morris. Didn't go very far there, Newby. Hunt to this left-hand side to Kitchen. Kitchen will have to get past Scott Morris. He puts the cross in to the back post. Stones gets under the ball, looking for a penalty. Nothing happening there. And then the York City man goes to ground. Is he giving a foul? Yeah, he's giving a dive. The York City man, the yellow card will be shown to whoever that is over that far side. Jeff King goes to ground too easily. He certainly did there.
I'd like to see it again, but I think you might be right, David. Lots of fans disagree. And
they would.
South Stand, but they would.
We saw that a couple of times last season from Jeff King, trying to buy a decision. I think he goes to ground far too easily.
I think the Stones
on first
one
inspection
was nothing.
Yeah.
He's felt something and
Stones nothing in there.
Oh, no?
He puts his arms up, but I don't think it's not as clear cut as I initially thought. But
I'll tell you what, it's not. I'm not sure it's a booking. I don't think he dived. I might be wrong. I'm not sure he dived, David.
He's saying to boys, I didn't dive.
Yeah, I don't think he did. I think he's gone. I think it's a genuine attempt to get the ball, and he's felt a brush, maybe gone down. I don't think he's dived.
Anyway, he's gone into the book.
Yeah.
And the decision wasn't given. Scott Morris heads clear. Howe, Boateng, little back heel, picked him in midfield. City can't get it forward, and the lucky ricochet actually for Southend, and Dane D comes out of his goal and clears right-footed.
Oh no, he's dived. He's fallen down. Sorry, just seen the replay there. He's gone down way too easy, Jeff King.
Kitchen at the back gives it to Harrison Mayle, who clears.
That shows how hard it must be to referee, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sent across by Newby. The black shirts pick it up. Johnson does well.
Yep, he's got it right, the ref. Come on, York City. Big
Nelson
20 minutes
Newby.
now required.
Down the left wing he comes. Pia Forson holds him up. He goes back into Hunt. Hunt to the right hand side. King has it again, this time at his feet. He comes across the face of the penalty area and turns and tries to play it through. Does well to Gray. Gray can get a cross in into the middle. It's behind everyone. Stones gets his foot to it. Newby takes on the shot. It's blocked. Pearce, blocked on the line, virtually in the 6-yard box. Ralph knew nothing about it. That was lucky, but it's decent defending from Southend. York City win a corner kick.
Good play from City. Good play from Jeff King. Here we go again. We're on the corner here.
They've taken it quickly. Boateng now to King, still by the corner flag. King opening up the angle a little bit, gives it back to Boateng. Boateng round the corner to Hunt. Hunt goes back to last man Gray. Gray, Hunt, King once more down that far side. Comes in field, left-footed cross in. Doesn't look like a great one. It's not dealt with by Southend. They slice it behind their goal. Boys, another York City corner kick. A little bit of pressure.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure, and Southend suddenly look a little bit panicky. Can City capitalise? Plenty of time to get back in and turn this match around. Just got to believe.
Boateng then over the corner once more. King's there if he wants to go short. Boateng raises his right arm. He doesn't even beat the first one. Nowhere near the edge there. Pia Forson heads it clear as far as Newby. His shot comes in. It's blocked. Again, it was a terrible set-piece delivery though by York City.
Yeah, that was poor.
Down this right-hand side. And they're going to be picked up by Scott Morris. A good tackle actually comes in. It's not Scott Morris, it's Taylor. Boateng, now Stones. Kitchen. He'll put a cross into the middle. Looking for Callum Howers up there, all the way across the far side of the area. And it's going to fall to Austin, who anywhere will do, I think he thought there.
Yeah, excellent play of Josh Stones again. You feel if we're going to get back in this match, it's going to come from Josh Stones.
Hunt tries to clear it forward. Is he not going to give a free kick there, the referee? No. Good defending on Gray. Got the block in as he tried to play it forward. And again, it goes back to Ndeng and D. Clears left-footed.
We need to somehow get Ollie Pearce in this match as well. He's not had nearly enough of the ball.
That's just been the way it's been for Ollie Pearce in the last few weeks, isn't it? Free kick on halfway to York City, and then he turns up and gets a goal.
Yeah,
he's not actually been involved that much.
Yeah, he works tirelessly for the team. A lot of off-the-ball running, but can we somehow bring him into the game with the ball? But you're right, he comes alive in that box, but you've got to put it in there and create some chances for him. He was so unlucky with that chance a couple of minutes ago when he swiveled on his left foot and it's hit the defender. I think it was Rolfs. Swiveled and hit him. The Southend defender knew nothing about it.
It's a free kick on halfway for York City. Sent forward into the penalty area. Kitchen wins the first header. Southend win the second. Napaya Forson picks it up on this right-hand side and tries to send it forward looking for Walker. Hunt's back there though, leaving themselves one-on-one at the back. Gives it to Harrison Mayle. Oh, City almost caught out at the back. Who was that? Who played that? It was King to Hunt. Put him in all sorts of danger.
King into Gray.
Into Gray, now to Hunt, yeah. They got away with it at York City.
Not sure Joe Gray wanted it there.
Mayle has it again. 15 yards outside his penalty area. Centre of the field. Lays it off to his captain, Howe. Across now to Johnson. Gray, little pocket of space to come forward. Goes back to Alex Hunt. Hunt will turn and go to the right-hand side to Johnson. King down the line to Gray. Really tight over there. Gives it back to King. Little back heel to Gray. Can't get past his man the first time or the second. May well do the third time. Ran into Jeff King actually there. And now it's picked up by King. King goes back and works a bit of room for Johnson. Johnson may well give him it back.
Gone back into the same place though, Johnson there.
Yeah, they've gone back into their own half here. To Hunt. Johnson. Over the top, looking for Stones. Over his head. Dealt with at the back by Southend as they put it into touch for a York City throw-in.
The City applying more pressure now.
Back to King it goes. King will put a cross in. Headed clear by Gubbins once more. Clearance is completed by Spazov. Hunt now to Kitchen. Kitchen to Newby. Newby's going to run at Scott Morris, is he? He comes in field, does Alex Newby. Square ball to Jeff King in the centre of the field. He'll try and lift it in now. Headed clear by Gubbins once more as far as Newby. Newby feeds it to Stones in the box. Right hand side gets the shot. It's blocked. Flying defender in front of him. Back to Gray. Now it's to King again. King will lift it in a second time to the middle. Headed clear again by Gubbins. Good defending from the away team.
Great delivery from King. Good defending from Southend, as we said.
Well, Sapphire Forson, he's tricky. He was really good in the playoff games at the back end of last season for Southend United. That game at Rochdale and at Forest Green. Goes into touch for a throw in to Southend United in front of us here in the East Stand. City 0, Southend United 1. It remains.
Yeah, the clock is ticking here. City trying everything to get back in this match.
Scott Morris told to get a move on. Down the line it goes, headed clear by Kitchen to Stones. Stones will turn in field. Still got it, Stones, but he's just asking himself too much. There was an early foul, and the ref tried to play advantage, to be fair to him this time, and then does give York City the free kick when there is no advantage.
Yeah, good refereeing, because Stones was clearly clipped, and the referee just gave it enough time to roll.
It's a free kick in the centre of the field, in the centre circle for Hunt to take. Shoot. Hunt will send it forward. Needs to try and get a bit of an angle on it though. I think that's what he's thinking of doing, spreading it wide. It took so long to take that free kick, York City. You think they were the ones leading?
Well, they're just Southend are set up quite well here. The defensive line's really strong.
Johnson to King. Back to Hunt, who's last man. He'll send it across to Newby. All three centre-backs are forward on the edge of the area. Now it's to Kitchen on this left-hand side. He gets past Scott Morris, gives a square ball to Hunt. Hunt to King, 30 yards from goal. He thinks about having the shot, drives forward, then dinks it into the box, flicks off a Southend head, and Scott Morris will be able to pick up that ball on his byline on this right-hand side and clear down the line.
Good delivery from King again, though. He's done well so far.
Hunt, Newby, across it goes to Jeff King.
They're giving him plenty of the ball, aren't they?
King sends it forward to Pearce, edge of the area in the D. He's just pushed off it, though. Good defending by Taylor. And then there's a foul in there as well.
That was frustration from Ollie Pearce. It's a good ball in again from Jeff King, and it's just his first touch, Ollie's first touch, just let him down a little bit and ends up bringing the defender down. Well, Jeff King's done well as an attacking threat down that right hand side. He certainly looked the part since he came on. City need to find something, David. That clock's ticking away over to our right.
The referee's whistle to try and encourage the free kick, to be taken. Headed clear by Callum Howe. Boateng King wearing Marvin Armstrong's old number 15. Hunt in the centre circle once more, lays it off to Mark Kitchen. He goes back to Callum Howe. City struggling to break Southend United down from open play. Back once more to Callum Howe. Kevin Marr telling his team to push up, to condense the space. 4 York City players were all there, slow getting back into position, all offside as Southend pushed up. So Harrison Mail has to hold on to it. Now he goes long down the centre of the field looking for Stones. Stones is beaten to that in the air by Ralph. It falls to King. King goes back to Hunt. Now to Kitchen once more. Newby hugging this left-hand touchline but not seeing too much of the ball. Tries to come in field on that right foot. Across it goes to King in the centre of the field once more. Now to the right-hand side to Gray. Gray gives it back to King. He'll put a cross in. Oh, it's over here. But it's around the back post and it's headed clear and behind for a York City corner kick. I thought it was over here at first.
It's dipped,
but maybe he saw Kitchen around the back.
Yeah, that's a vicious delivery from King.
10 minutes to go, plus injury time. Should be bucket loads of injury time, but I bet there's not.
Yeah, we should still be playing. 7:30 tonight, shouldn't we?
King gets ready to take this corner kick from this near side. That's not in the quadrant. Oh, it's just. Is that in the quadrant?
Is it going over it?
No, the slightest bit has got to be on the line, but I'm not sure it was.
Delivery,
anyway, it's in to the middle, headed clear by Southend. Well headed clear. Oh, and then Newby backed out of that on the edge of the area and he's been given the free kick. He's very fortunate. So that was 2 players, well, one who wanted the ball more than Newby, who sort of shied away from going in for the contact. Newby then gets clattered and the referee gives the free kick and actually books the Southend United man. I think Newby's got to be braver there and go for that.
Yeah, I mean, it was at head height. He has put his head in there. I mean, I'm not sure it's a fact.
He didn't want to, did he?
No, he didn't. It was a sort of. I feel like I should, but I don't really want to.
This is a perfect position for a free kick. This is on the left-hand side of the D, about a yard away from the D. He was hesitant, shall we say?
Hesitant, yeah. Alex Hunt's got to fancy this, hasn't he? This is he's very close to the 18-yard box. Can he get it up and down? Would be the question.
Well, it's a good one. It's about 22, 23 yards away, isn't it, with the D? So it's just it's virtually on the edge of the D. It's just a bit further out than that. So there's a big Southend wall. The Pia Forson goes down as the so-called draft excluder behind that wall. Pearce stands a yard further behind him. He needs to get onside in case there's any sort of rebound here. Hunt's over it and Boateng's over it. Surely Alex Hunt, you would have thought.
There's a lovely big gap in this near side top corner.
There's the whistle. Here comes Hunt and it's over the bar. Too high, never going in. I think Ndeng and D knew it was going a yard over the bar as well.
Yeah, Ndeng and D left the gap there, enticing Hunt, inviting him in. I think he knew he couldn't get it up and down, and he couldn't. It's over the bar.
Stones goes to field the ball, puts it down so the goal kick can be taken without delay. City 0, Southend 1.
Yeah, it's not the result or scoreline we wanted tonight.
What a day it's been for Rochdale again.
Yeah. Can City muster something up? We know they're capable.
Mail to the edge of his area clears down the centre of the field. Stones beaten to that in the air and he wanted more there from Harrison Mail. Kitchen back once more to Callum Howe. It was Josh Walker that picked up the yellow card. I presume it was arguing with the referee over that decision. Hunt threads it through to Gray. Gray turns, gives it to Hunt. Hunt tries to get past his man. Gray takes it off him. Good tackle comes in on Gray. It falls to King on the right hand side. City got men in the box here. If he can get it in, they go back to Hunt. King. Southend now, everyone back behind the ball. Infield to Kitchen. His first touch isn't the greatest, but he keeps hold of possession. Back to King. Down the line. Intercepted. Falls back to King. They are sitting off a little bit now, Southend. Edge of the area to Boateng. Boateng's first touch wasn't great as he tries to get on that left foot. He lays it off to Newby. Newby gets past Scott Morris, then tries to play it through to Boateng. He gets the cross in, it goes behind for a goal kick. Oh, the referee's given a corner.
Wow.
To be fair, there's not that many complaints from Southend, so they must have got it right, the ref. But again, he was guessing. I don't know why he was looking at the referee and the assistant on the far side. He's got no chance.
Yeah, that's strange, isn't it? Looking across 50 yard.
Yeah. It's another corner to York.
He's over at the corner taker.
King and Howe are having a word by the corner flag.
He's saying, hang it up for me, I'm going to win. Jeff King
bounces the ball 3 times.
Yeah. Would this be too obvious?
Well, they scored 3 goals, all from set pieces, in this fixture last year, the York City. Well, all from corners, I think.
Now would be a good time.
And it comes from King into the middle. It's a good one, and Deng and D, no one challenges him though. Gets 2 fists to it in his 6-yard box and is able to punch clear. Strange one.
Almost
good ball in.
Too quickly.
Gray on the right hand side will lump it forward into the box, over the head of everyone bar Ralph. Ralph nicks it away to King on this left hand side. He'll try and get past his man, dinks it into the middle. Goalkeeper's able to come and game.
Yeah, it just got a deflection as Jeff King was crossing it. He's impressed me since he came on, Jeff King. Looked very lively. Good quality on the ball.
Deng and D clears. Flicked on, Walker can't hold on to it. Boateng, who's not happy with Walker either, his manager Kevin Marr in front of us. Newby. Across the far side to Johnson. Hunt now. 5 minutes, 4.5 minutes plus injury time to go, so it should be about 10. Kitchen. Down the line to Newby, who stays on side by the corner flag. Can go back to Kitchen to put the ball in, and he puts it in first time. Stones backing away from goal. All he can do though is loop his header into the arms of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, you couldn't. Josh Stones could get any purchase on that whatsoever. It was, decent ball in from Kitchen, but it was always swinging away from goal. And yeah, it'd been a miracle to get that past the keeper from there for Josh Stones.
Hunt. Now down the right hand side. Gives it to Johnson, who's pushed forward. Johnson is the right winger. Holds up play, gives it to Gray. King's outside of him. He gives it to Gray, to King. King puts a cross in. Pearce on the turn. Yeah! And it goes in. The goalkeeper couldn't save it. 1 chance, 1 goal. Ollie Pearce is your man. It wasn't the greatest cross. I think he might have been slightly fortunate to find Pearce. Who knows? But on the turn, he scuffed his shot. Maybe that's what did for Ndeng and D. We said he had a mistake in him. That is a mistake. York City have the equalising goal. And there is time to push for the winner. Ollie Pearce, you hero once again. York 1, Southend 1.
It's been coming. City have been applying the pressure. It's been coming but not quite clicking. This time it falls to Ollie Pearce, and what else is Ollie Pearce going to do other than to put it in the back of the net? Get in. What a finish as well that is,
To be fair, it is a good cross from King, and it takes a nick off the defender.
King.
It's the nick off the defender that does the goalkeeper. It's not on Deng's an error.
No.
Pearce gets decent contact, hits it against the defender's leg, and it takes it away from the goalkeeper. And it is a good ball in from Jeff King.
Yeah, Jeff King has been fantastic since he came on. He really has. And Ollie Pearce, it falls at Ollie Pearce's feet. There's only one outcome sometimes, and that was it. Great stuff for York City. Can they go on and win this, David? I'm just looking around at the players. They believe it. The fans believe it.
Another final change. James Morton for Cav Mali. York fans going to the exits here beneath us.
Oh, why?
Are they day trippers or what? What's going on here?
You're going to see a winner here.
Boateng sends it forward. Headed away by Ralph. Still plenty of time. Sent forward. Appeals for handball as it hits Jeff King's arm. Nothing given by the referee. Picked up by Hunt.
Come on.
The goal will go to Pearce though, because it was on target.
Yeah, absolutely. Has to go to Pearce. He's given it every chance. He's done what strikers do. He's hit the target.
Newby sends it forward. That's a poor ball again from Alex Newby. Not sure what he's seen there.
No.
Intercepted by Austin. Now the break is on here for Southend. Big time. Scott Morris on this right hand side running at Alex Hunt. He's got Apaya Forson down the line. He uses him as a decoy. Now he gives him it around the back. Apaya Forson tries to get a cross in, and it goes out for a throw in on this near side as it's blocked.
Yeah, Alex Hunt's furious with Alex Newby there. The delivery in. City had the goal by the horns. And Newby's cross just not good enough.
8 goals in 6 games that is now for Ollie Pearce.
He's a phenomenon.
Last time he didn't score, unbelievably, was the 5-1 win over Aldershot back in November.
Wow. 5 goals and he didn't score. He says the big ones, they're the big goals. That's a massive goal, that one. It really is. Hopefully, massive goal. There's still
Scott Morris,
5 or 6 minutes
that foul
left.
throw, nothing given. Now it comes into the box, near post, got in front of his man, got in front of Callum Howe there, did the big centre-back Joe Gubbins, but he can't direct it on goal. It goes behind for a goal kick. Ben Brooks now about to come on for York City.
Everybody in this stadium, David, and I think even Southend fans feel that York City could go on and win this match now.
It's got to be Newby, hasn't it, who's going off here for Brooks?
Yeah. Brooks has always impressed me when he's come on as well.
Yeah.
Good delivery.
Last 60 seconds of the half. And then we see what goes up on the board. City have at the back with Hunt.
It's got to be a fair chunk of time, hasn't it?
Well, it should be. It was only 2 though in the first half, and there should have been more then.
And if they put up a good chunk, the right sort of chunk, this place will erupt because they'll feel
Mill sends it
forward.
Well done, Stones, to chest it down to Gray. Gray turns and gives it to King. King sends it forward on this right hand side, but he can't get it past the man on that far side. Boys try to send it forward. They're in there on the back on that left hand side. Johnson was caught out of position. Cross comes into the York City box, edge of the area. Going to be it's behind everyone. They had 2 players there, Southend. They're in a right mess of that. And now Pearce on the break turns and he can't thread it through for Josh Stones.
Yeah, he tried. He did the right thing.
5 minutes. That's not enough.
5 minutes.
Should be so much more than that for all the subs as well, referee. You've had a shocker.
5 minutes. Wait. He's having a laugh, isn't he?
5 minutes.
Walker runs forward up towards the edge of the penalty. He plays it through. Scott Morris is in. Shoots across goal. And he goes wide of the post. He was 1-on-1 with Harrison Mill. They had someone rushing at the back post. He may have been caught in 2 minds. Do I shoot? Do I cross? It ended up being neither and goes wide of the post.
Yeah, I mean, City's goal has given Southend a spur.
7-1-1-4 is the crowd as Brooks comes on for Alex Newby.
They've opened up again, Southend, haven't they? They're not content with the point.
Well, they need more. They're hanging on to that last playoff spot.
Yeah, but you've got to hope that by doing that, City can exploit them. Alex Newby come off. He's worked hard, Alex Newby, today. Just little things haven't quite come off for him.
The subs by themselves should be at least 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Time keeping for the referees. Shocking.
Yeah.
City get another goal though, it'll be fine. It can blow up whenever he wants.
Yeah.
Brooks on this left hand side. Puts the ball into the middle, headed away the back post in the centre of goal.
Wow.
No one on the end of it. Pearce puts his hands on his head.
What's a ball from Brooks?
Goes back to Johnson. 1-1 it remains then. And he's clattered there is Johnson by Walker, who's already on a yellow card. If he wasn't on a yellow, he'd get another yellow there.
Yeah.
Brooks back to Hunt in the centre circle. Come on, City, sing the South stand.
Yeah, City just trying to fashion one more big opportunity here.
Gray on the right hand side. King. Gray does well to turn his man up towards the edge of the box. Gray still got it. Runs down a blind alley, then turns back to the right hand side. Gives it back to King. King gets out of his feet. In comes the cross now. It's a deep one. Kitchen gets under it, and there's some pushing. The referee says I didn't see any pushing there.
No, I didn't.
That's soft, referee. Yeah. There were no appeals as well from the Southend defenders.
Jeff King's delivery has been superb since he came on.
It's got to be Harrison Mayle.
York City man of the match. Number 9, Josh Stones.
Not what I was expecting, but there you go.
You can be forgetful of what the keeper does. That's why the keepers rarely win man of the matches, but we're in this game because of Harrison Mayle. Ollie Pearce got the goal, but we're still in contention because of the saves Harrison Mayle made.
All the York City supporters have really taken Josh Jones to their hearts, haven't they? His work rate and everything about him, his attitude.
Yeah, he'd be next on your list.
Hunt comes forward.
If Harrison Mayle was winning it, Josh Jones would have been second, just
King
for effort.
Can't get past his man, keeps hold of possession though. We've played 3 of the additional 5. Hunt back to King. Can City eke out one more clear-cut chance to try and get this winning goal? Hunt comes in field, gives it forward to Pearce, who's offside. No, flag stays down. Pearce will try and get it into the box. It's going to fall to Gray. Shoots and it's blocked. Last ditch, and it goes behind for a corner kick.
Good football from City again. Joe Gray. Good defending as well. Yeah, that's what you got to say. It's good defending from Southend, isn't it?
This place will erupt if this goes in.
Oh, it'll go crazy. Not just me and you.
Who's on it on that far side? Is that Gray who's gone out there to take it? Or is it King? It's Gray, isn't it? King's in the penalty area. Then it comes out. Brooks even. Headed clear at the near post by Scott Morris. It's going to come back in from Gray. Then it comes out. Is that overhit? It's into the middle. Good header clear again by Southend at the back. Still not cleared though. Flicked across this near side where Kitchen will pick it up. near the corner flag. He was lucky waiting for the tackle. He doesn't get it, and he plays it off nicely to Hunt. Hunt to the edge of the box. Referee has to get out of the way. Brooks is encouraged to shoot. Instead, he jumps up the back post. Good header clear once more. City have another chance to put it in into the final 60 seconds. Gray again from that far side. Gives it out to King on the wing. King will put it in. Surely comes into the penalty area. Gets past his man, King. Dinks one way, then the other. And again, should have put the cross in. Lays it off to Gray, who wanted an extra touch to control. Back to King. What are they doing? Must have something up his sleeve. King can't get the shot in or the cross, and it's cleared. Took too many chances trying to walk it in, Ian Dunn.
Oh, he sat the defender down 3 times.
Brooks nods forward, stays on side on that far side. Does Pierce? He dinks it up into the middle. That'll be another corner kick to York City.
Oh, it's exciting stuff. It's nail-biting stuff. I think Jeff King was just trying to get the perfect cross, and he sat the defender on his backside 3 times, but couldn't quite get it out of his feet. But there's a feeling around this ground, David. My word, if City were to score. Oh.
We've played the 5 minutes. We're in added on time. On added time. In it comes.
It's good. It's good.
It's the middle. Dealt with. It's not first time. Will be a second time, I think, by Southend. And they do now get it clear. The referee hasn't blown yet, though. On this near side, they have it. With the centre-back, Taylor, who's come forward. And then Kitchen just stops the counter. And he'll get a yellow card. And that will be the game over.
Yeah, it was a tactical yellow card from Mark Kitchen, because Southend at one point there were 4 versus 3. And Kitchen just managing to trip up Southend's number 16, Harry Taylor.
Southend questioning where the additional time's coming from here. And now they're trying to time waste again. Scott Morris has been told to take it further back.
Well, remember the referee was telling the goalkeeper he was adding time on at the end of the match. So, to say there's only 5 minutes given.
Well, we've played nearly 6 now. Free kick, they're taking it short of Southend. Scott Morris gets it back. Now he'll send it forward towards the edge of the York penalty area. One in the air by City, picked up by Gray, and that's the full-time whistle. It finishes 1-1. 2 points dropped for York, but they haven't played very well here this afternoon. They'll probably think they maybe deserve a point. They had a little bit of pressure, more possession in the second half. They're really relying on a deflected Ollie Pearce effort again. It's got them out of jail. It finishes 1-1, Ian Dunn.
Yeah, it was a tough game. They were a good team. They didn't come to soak up pressure, or they came and had a go at York City, and it paid off, particularly in the first half. I think City were much better in the second half, David. I thought they played all right. I think overall it was a good performance. Did we ask enough questions of their goalie? Probably not. But that might work out to be a good 0.1, because this is a decent tie they played tonight. But yeah, we all expected more. I think that's the thing. We all expected more, but fair play to Southend. They've come and they've got the tactics right.
Lots of puff, but a lack of quality going forward, wasn't there?
Yeah, in the final third, just that final bit of quality, final delivery. We just didn't have enough in that match. But it doesn't say it wasn't a bad performance from the team. It just didn't quite click enough.
And you can tell from the atmosphere as everyone's walking out. I'm not going to say they're walking out in silence, but there isn't much atmosphere in the ground, is there? For what was a really big game.
Yeah, because I think expectations have gone through the roof at the club, and when you have results or performances like this result actually might not be too bad. I think they'll regret the performance in an attacking way. That everyone left everything out on the pitch. They worked the socks off, but the performance overall, when you look back, didn't have enough final finishing touch. Didn't have enough of that in the match.
It didn't, but City didn't get beaten. They do find out to fight. They do give their all each and every game, and they did get a point. They're still unbeaten. This long unbeaten run continues. It finishes here at the LNER Community Stadium. York City 1, Southend United 1.
If you like this...
What are you telling me? You're a traitor?
Yes! Then you'll love the final week of the Traitors Uncloaked. We'll get to see how the final few faithful react when they find out who the traitors are. And we'll chat to celebrity fans to hear their theories on what's going to happen next.
This is mega. I feel like I'm back in the game.
They've done it again. I was absolutely hooked.
See and hear it all in the nail-biting last week of the Traitors Uncloaked, the official visualised companion podcast with me, Ed Gamble. Watch on iPlayer, listen for more on BBC Sounds.
Every game live and getting you closer to your club.
BBC Radio York Sport.
BBC Radio York Sport, Pete Spencer here in the studio. So full time at the LNER Community Stadium where it's finished York City 1, Southend United 1. Ollie Pearce with his 8th goal in 6 games to rescue a point for City after Harry Cardwell gave Southend the lead. But credit must go to goalkeeper Harrison Mail for keeping the Minster men in that match. That point, incidentally, is enough to take York City back to the top of the National League on goal difference. Although remember, Rochdale do have 3 games in hand. But as things stand, City are back at the top of the table. We're on air until 8 o'clock getting your reaction. We'll get some reaction from the manager Stuart Maynard and hopefully hear from a player before we go off air at 8 o'clock as well here on BBC Radio York. Let's though get a quick check on the roads. If you are making your way away from the LNER Community Stadium, it probably will be busy on the York Outer Ring Road. On public transport, buses are running instead of trains on Northern between York and Micklefield because of engineering works. No service at the moment via Micklefield on cross country between Leeds and York because of engineering works. There is a revised service on LNER Railway at King's Cross because of engineering work, and buses are running instead of trains on Northern between Rotherham Central and Wakefield Westgate, and also between Rotherham Central and York because of engineering works. And there is finally a revised service on Transpennine Express between Leeds and Selby and between Leeds and York because of engineering work. On the roadworks front, in Norton there are temporary lights on Wellham Road from Lakeside Way to Park Road because of gas main work and emergency repairs. Staying in Norton, there are temporary lights on Scarborough Road at Beckside. That's because of gas main work and emergency repairs. And the A19 Fulford Road in York, there is gas main work, a contraflow and emergency repairs from Cemetery Road to Wenlock Terrace. That's your travel news for North Yorkshire. Don't forget, if you see a problem out and about the roads and it's safe and legal to do so, you can let us know about it by calling 0800 111 48 49. So full time in all 3 of our featured football games this afternoon here, but now it is over to you to have your say on your club.
BBC Radio York Sport. Every game live and getting you closer to your club.
Call 0800 111 48 49.
Where it was that man Ollie Pearce again to rescue a point for York City against promotion rivals Southend United.
Gives it to Gray. King's outside him. He gives it to Gray, to King. King puts the cross in. Pearce on the turn. Yeah! And it goes in. The goalkeeper couldn't save it. One chance, one goal. Ollie Pearce is your man. It wasn't the greatest cross. I think he might have been slightly fortunate to find Pearce. Who knows? But on the turn, he scuffed his shot. Maybe that's what did for Ndengen D. We said he had a mistake in him. That is a mistake. York City have the equalising goal, and there is time to push for the winner.
That is unfortunately how things finished at the LNER Community Stadium, but as I mentioned, York City remain top of the National League. As things stand, that point and their goal difference enough to take them back to the top of the table. Elsewhere, Harrogate Town in their relegation 6-pointer, it was disappointment for them. Jack Evans was sent off for a second yellow card and Taylor Perry for the home side. A long-range effort to steal all 3 points.
Cass is there with him now. Low pass into the left side of the box, back towards the edge of the area. The home fans want Perry to shoot, and he does, and he scores. Bray got hands to the ball, but he couldn't keep it out. And Taylor Perry runs over to celebrate with the home dugout. And in this big game at the bottom end of the table, it's Shrewsbury Town that have taken the lead against the 10 men of Harrogate. It's Shrewsbury Town 1, Harrogate Town 0.
And it was also a defeat for Scarborough Athletic on the road at AFC Fylde, losing to the second place side thanks to a brace from Danny Ormeroyd.
4.5 minutes of normal time. In comes the cross, and then a decent touch. Whitley saves, but on the follow-up it's in. And Ormerod headers it home on the rebound, and Whitley again sort of patted it in the first instance, then cleared to Ormerod, and he heads home from 5 yards. Fylde are back in front. AFC Fylde 2, Scarborough Athletic 1.
So now it is over to you. You can get in touch with the programme. Give us a call at 0800 111 48 49. Send us a text 81333. Start your message with the word York. We're also on Twitter or X at BBC York Sport.